It's Pikachu! Is it? It's Pikachu! Pikachu! Yay! Welcome, everyone! Where's my volume control? Okay, good. So, it's Saturday, August 14th. Man, is it just me, or is August kind of just flying by? I think it might just be me, because I don't know what it is. I think maybe because it's probably the cheapest thing I can do. But I've been sleeping a lot because, I mean, it's August. It's really hot outside. You know, I don't want to go outside. And not only that, but our pool has been closed in August in Texas. It's like, come on, man. You can't close our pool. Not during the summer. It's like, who does that? And they're like, oh, well, we have to clean it. I'm like, okay, clean it. Please. It's summer, man. There's like, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last weekend here, at least in my area of Texas, because Texas is massive. At least here in my area of Texas, this is the last weekend before the kids go back to school. If I'm not mistaken, they go back, I think, on Tuesday. I think that's the day they go back, the 17th. So that's going to be interesting. Yeah, lots of craziness going on here, especially in my area. With everybody getting sick and everything, it's kind of insane. And it's kind of turned into one of those things that just kind of flies under the radar. Like most people don't even really think about it anymore. It's like you never. I mean, how can I put it? It's like everybody's kind of sick of the whole being sick thing, if you know what I mean. It's like, okay, can we just get back to like our old school ways? No, we can't. But yeah, things are kind of insane here in my neck of the woods. We have zero ICU beds available. Zero. I'm not kidding. We have literally no ICU beds available. All of them are full. Not that most places have a ton of ICU beds anyway, but you kind of get the idea because people just, they just didn't want to get the, they didn't want to get the vaccine. So people are getting sick still, which is kind of sad because you can literally go into a grocery store here and just, hey, and just go to them and say, hey, I'd like to get the vaccine. And they're like, okay. And like in 10 minutes, you get the vaccine. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to pay anything. You don't. You have to pay. There's no charge, at least on your end. I'm sure that they charge like, your health insurance or Medicare or Medicaid, whatever you have. But yeah, you could just go in and they just give it to you. And then they give you your little card and that's it. You're done. Unless you need a second dose. Some of the vaccines obviously need a second dose, but yeah, but like me, I'm all vaxxed up, so I'm all good to go. Can't say the same for a lot of people here. Thankfully, yesterday we didn't have anybody die. Isn't that weird to say? At least not from this. I'm sure people died from other reasons. But yeah, it was the first day in a long time that we've not had anybody actually die. So I guess that's good. But again, yeah, we just, we have no ICU beds. So if you get in a car accident or if you get seriously hurt, I know they do the triage thing. I understand how triage works. But still, it's one thing to get seen. It's another thing to actually get an ICU bed. You're probably not going to get an ICU bed, at least quickly. It's going to be a little bit. Anyway, enough about depressing stuff. It's Pokemon's time. And the cool thing is I have a bunch of product arriving today. I've got Yu-Gi-Oh! Dawn's Majesty showing up today. I've got the new 2021 Pokemon deck builders toolkit. That's showing up today. I've got some Rising Rampage from Yu-Gi-Oh! Showing up today. Also got the new Dungeons and Dragons set from Magic the Gathering. Everybody's like real hyped about this thing. Because I don't know about you guys, but back in the day, when I was a kid, we used to play Dungeons and Dragons. And I know Dungeons and Dragons has kind of seen a resurgence lately because of the kids on Stranger Things playing it. And it really is a fun game. I mean, you just have to kind of let your imagination go, and it really is a fun game. It's been forever since I've actually played it, but it's going to be neat to see all the old school artwork and the old school creatures and stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to that box. So that'll be really neat. Obviously, I'm going to make videos of it. So if you're interested in that stuff, those videos will start going up on the channel probably later today. In fact, I don't know which one I want to do first. I kind of want to do Dawn's Majesty first because that's the super new Yu-Gi-Oh set that's out. It just came out like yesterday or the day before yesterday. I think was the official release date. I think the 13th was the official release date. So everybody's going to be wanting to see what's in that set. The interesting thing about that Dawn's Majesty set is there's nothing in that set that's extraordinarily expensive. There are no collector's rares, as far as I know, no ghost rares or anything like that. They do have some pretty decent secret rares, but I think the most expensive one is like $45. So it's a base set. It's 100 cards. So yeah, no specialty cards or anything like that. You just got your ultras, your supers, your secrets, that kind of thing. So that should be neat. And we got a little return of a fan favorite today. It's been a little while, but I actually took 5 minutes and I was like, let me go ahead and make this real quick just so we can have a little fun today. But yeah, that's right. Today we're going to have it again after a long time of it being away. That's right. We're going to have, who's that Pokemon? Yeah, we're going to have that today. Thankfully. Because everybody's like, what happened to who's that Pokemon? I'm like, yeah, it takes a little while to make them. And I got lucky today. I didn't have to make my own transparent, though. So that's why it was easier today than normal. Because usually it's, I don't know about you guys, but if you've ever done any sort of like editing when it comes to like, software programs like Paint.net or Photoshop or anything like that, getting good quality transparents, PNGs, is actually a little harder than you think, unless you make them yourself. Because a lot of times you'll go on, like I'll go on online and I'll just be like, I'll type in like Pokemon transparent PNG, and I'll see like a selection that are supposedly transparent, but then you download them and they're not really transparent. So you have to go and make the transparent anyway. So anyways, so we're going to have a Who's That Pokemon today. Hopefully in a little bit, like an hour from now, when more people have shown up, because there's only like 4 of us right now. But we also, of course, got more codes. I've got a few trainer boxes left. Yeah, we're almost out of trainer boxes. I've only got like 3 of those codes left. Let me see. What about our champions? Oh, we're still good on Champions Path packs. Okay. Yeah, we're still good on that. And then, of course, we got our mystery codes. So that'll be fun. And as far as what we're going to do today, I don't know. I'm kind of just open to doing stuff. I've not messed around on the ladder at all. Like, see, I've not even touched the ladder. Just because, I mean, Dragapult's okay. I just, I just don't really care for him. I'm just like, I don't really care about Dragapult. And then, of course, you get your VMAX. And then the big one is, Team Yell Grunt, which is a neat-looking card, but I just don't really care for it. I really don't. So it's like, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. So yeah, I have very little reason, at least for myself, to go and actually play this ladder. Only a little over a week left to go on it, though. So, yeah, I guess we'll just kind of do what we're going to do here. Since, again, we're still very early here in the morning. What time is it again? It's like 9:30 something already. Yeah, it's 9:30. So I guess, I gotta adjust my... There we go. Okay, yeah, we're only 12 minutes into our stream, so it's still nice and early. And I guess since we have very few people here, I'll take a little time to just mess around with some decks or something, because, again, I don't have, as you all know, I don't really have a dedicated expanded deck. I don't even really know what I would build if I were building expanded, because I've never built an expanded on my own, ever. So it's like, what are we gonna do? I don't know, man. We can get expanded. Just make it. I really don't know. So I guess we can try that. Sure, let's go for that. And then as more people show up, we can just kind of be like, oh, hey, how's it going? So let's see. Deck manager. I don't even. I mean, I guess I should look at what I do have here just so I can get kind of an idea. Because I've built a whole bunch of standard decks already, but now it's going to be a little weird being able to dig into a much larger card pool to build various decks. I just don't even know what I would base it off of. Because it's easy to take a pre-built deck and then just make it better. But to build it from scratch is a little different. Like, I wouldn't mind taking, like, this deck and just making it better. Because this deck's actually kind of fun. I could put in more Leafy and GX and, you know, executes and all other stuff. Wow, I didn't realize how little energy that thing had. Well, I don't know. Do I really want to do that? Do I really want to build a deck? I don't know. Don't build a deck, man. We just want to play. I know you just want to play. I know. Well, I guess if anybody's out there, you can send me a request. If not, then I'm going to just hop on the ladder because I have nothing better to do. Let's do a theme ladder deck. Or theme ladder deck. A theme ladder match. From NFTs. I saw that message, Dre. And what I was actually saying about NFTs is they're a little... It's how can I put this? I actually did read up on NFTs. So I have a pretty good understanding of how they work. And the way they work is a little controversial. And this is kind of what I mean. Let me see if I can kind of just nail it down here for you. An NFT is basically like a work of art, but it's a digital work of art. So it could be just like a photograph, or it can be, you know, like somebody drew something and they digitized it and there you go. Or it could be like a GIF or a GIF, however you say it. You know, it could be like an animated GIF, or it could be like a video clip, and that's your NFT. And the whole idea is that when you sell it, you're selling a certified copy of it to an individual. And that individual then has the rights to it. They get to keep it as long as they want. It's just like buying a real life painting, so to speak. Like if you went and found an artist and you commissioned them and said, "Hey, I would like you to," thank you for the subscribe. I appreciate that. If you go to an artist and you commission them and say, "Hey, I would like for you to do a piece of art for me, and I will pay you for it," it's kind of like that. And so once the artist is done, they give you the work and you pay them, and that's it. Then that piece of art is yours as long as you want to keep it. The thing that makes them a little controversial is like the real life art world, NFTs can be used, and this is what I was talking about last night, Dre. NFTs can be used to launder money. And this is what I mean by that. Say, for instance, you have a bunch of money that you earned through illegitimate means. I'm not going to get into specifics of how you did it. It's just not clean money, so to speak. You can then take that money and buy an NFT and give that money to the artist. The artist gives you the piece of art. And so you would assume at that point that piece of art is now worth what you paid for it, so that you can then take that NFT in this case and transfer around for that same value, if not more. And so you take that money, you give it to the artist is now paid, you now have this NFT that is worth the amount that you paid for it. That's how you launder money. So even if you got that money through ill-gotten gains, you have now laundered, quote-unquote, the money, because, you basically traded it for a work of art. And that money at that point is untraceable in a lot of cases. Because you could just take $1 million in cash and pay it to an artist, and they give you a painting. And when people are like, "Okay, where's this money?" you can just say, "Oh, well, I bought this painting." "Well, who did you buy it from?" "Oh, I bought it from an art dealer. I don't remember their name." And that's it. It's like, how are you you can't track it. It's very, very difficult to track that sort of stuff. And that's sort of how NFTs work too. But what makes them even more controversial is the fact that the NFTs are saved on a blockchain. And the big problem with blockchain right now is that's kind of like a cryptocurrency thing. And the big thing about those is that a lot of cryptocurrencies, they just gobble up tons and tons of resources. And I'm talking like energy, space, all that stuff. And so to maintain them is actually really expensive, and it's not good for the environment because, again, you're having to burn so much energy just to not only create them, but to maintain them. And so that's another problem with NFTs that some people are very against. Like, some of the artists really like it because you are able to trade your artwork. I mean, I guess as legitimately as you can, you are able to trade your artwork for actual money. But at the same time, it's like, well, you know, it's very anti-environmental and that sort of thing. There's a whole slew of different things with NFTs. But the biggest thing that I took away from it is it's just like the regular art world where people use it to launder money. Like, have you ever gone in, you probably, I don't know how many of y'all have ever had very, very rich friends, but I've had a couple of people that I've known that were very wealthy. Like big time money, like they have like 5 Mercedes-Benz cars and stuff like that, you know, like big time money, like they live in mansions, and you go into their homes and they have like these expensive, huge pieces of art and stuff. And I've seen somebody with like a sculpture that apparently they paid like $70,000 for some stuff. And sometimes some people think to themselves, why would you pay that much for like a sculpture or a painting? And that's the thing is, you can hide, especially rich people, you can hide a lot of your wealth and a lot of your value and assets in art. And the thing about art is that you can buy, again, you could buy a painting for $50,000, and if somebody needs to move some money, you can take that piece of art and quote unquote sell it to them. I'm using little quotation fingers here. You can sell it to them, and then you basically give them the piece of the art, they give you money. And who knows where they got that money from, but since that money was used for a legitimate transaction, that money is now laundered and it's clean money now. So yeah, it's the whole art underworld is a bit weird. It's very strange. But that's how a lot of very, very rich people like to move money and hide assets, is they hide them in things like art or things that it's almost like going out and buying a gold bar. Most people wouldn't do that because who walks around with a gold bar, you know? But again, you can do that because it's a good way to hide money, to hide wealth. And then once it's in a gold bar, you know, anything could happen to that gold bar. There's no way to track it, you know, unless you actually, you know, have them with a holding house and that sort of thing. Anyways, I'm getting way too far into this. So, yeah, we were talking about NFTs. I still think it's kind of neat. I just don't really see the point in buying an NFT, if I may be so honest. And I know there's going to be some artists out there that hate me for saying that, but it's true because you just learned so much. But it's true. I mean, because think of it like this. Think of a very nice piece of art that you saw on the internet. Oh, well, here's an idea. Look at this. This is a frame from an anime. Now, say, for instance, somebody painted this for you, or somebody created this for you and said, okay, I'm going to sell this to you. And they sell it to you for however much money, you know, and you're like, oh, cool, I own this. But you have to remember, this is a digital piece of art, okay? You could literally, or anybody really, could go and upload it to the internet, and anybody who wanted to get a copy of it could basically download the image. And that's it. That's the whole thing. Really, that's it. That's all there is to it. So even if you legitimately purchase the NFT, anybody that sees it online can go and download it. And it's now, they now have a copy of it. They don't, quote unquote, own it, but they have access to it. They can view it whenever they want. You know, it's kind of like, you know, that's kind of the thing about the NFTs. Again, there's so many little things with NFTs that just, I don't know. Well, see, that's the thing. You could, Dre, you could technically, if you use it, like say for instance, if you go and you post it like on a website and you use it just to post it, that's it. Like that's the only reason you're putting it up there is just because you want to post it. Yeah, technically you could get a takedown notice and they're like, hey, you got to take this down. You don't own the image, blah, blah, blah. You don't have permission to use it. Okay, fine. But there are ways to get around that too. You can, for instance, if you take an NFT that belongs to somebody and you put it in an educational context, meaning like, say for instance, like here in this stream so far, I am sort of educating you all on how NFTs work. So for instance, I could take a real NFT, put it in my video right here, right now, and because the context is educational, I can get away with that. And they cannot do a takedown notice on me. You see what I mean? Like, say for it's just like it's like a song. Like you're playing a song. You know how like think of one of your favorite songs from one of your favorite artists. Obviously, you can't just go and give that song away, or sell it and make money for yourself because that's illegal. Because you don't own the copyright to that. But if you place it in a video like this, and again, it's in an educational context, you can play the song, and everybody can listen to it. And it's fine because it is technically considered an educational piece, which is protected. It's considered fair use at that point. How are NFTs not environmentally friendly? Because of the resources that they take in order to not only hold them and create them, but yeah. Think of like, it's kind of like cryptocurrency mining, because the NFT, because a record of the sale of that NFT has to be kept somewhere. And in this case, they're kept on blockchains. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it is Ethereum. I think it's Ethereum, where all of the data for all the NFT transactions are kept right now. I think it's Ethereum. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But yeah, that's how it works. And in order to keep that ledger, like that digital ledger going, more and more energy has to be used in order to keep it up. So that's why people are saying, well, they're not very environmentally friendly. Because you constantly have to, pump resources into it to keep that ledger going. It's not like writing down, in a ledger book, okay, I sold this to so-and-so. It's not like that. Where you could just write it down, stick the ledger in like a closet or something, and there you go. It's not like that. It's an electronic ledger that has to constantly be refreshed. So, yeah. Think of it like having a car, but that car has to be on forever. Kind of like that. You have to constantly keep it going, or else it kind of in a way ceases to exist. Although you could still have digital copies or digital information stored on stuff like hard drives, but even then, when you store that data on a hard drive, you are still taking up resources. Is there a database that you can go through? Technically, yes. Like I was saying, I think it's on the Ethereum blockchain. But like I said, don't quote me on that because I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. A lot of this stuff that I read was probably like 6 or 7 months ago. But I'm pretty sure it's Ethereum. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, there are records of the transactions and records of who purchased it. And it's not necessarily like a regular ledger book where you could go and say, okay, I sold this item to JP. It's not like that. It's basically, it'll say it in digital terms. It'll say it like, okay, item 45851 was sold to individual 77315, something like that. Yeah, all the Pokemon viewers are like, what are we doing here? What is this? This is not Pokemon. This is NFTmon. I'm sorry, guys. You know this happens. Oh boy. I don't know if y'all heard that, but that was a huge cup of thunder. Okay, we'll get back to Pokemon. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to get back to Pokemon. Pokemon NFTs. NFTmon. Exactly. Gotta blockchain them all. Okay, sorry. Okay, somebody throw me a request for a match. Not expanded. I don't want to do expanded. I want to do theme or standard, preferably theme, and then we'll get rolling here. We'll get, because this is how every one of my shows goes. Like the first 30 minutes is spent just talking about weird stuff. Who's that Pokemon NFT? Technically, you could do that. You could like that. Who's that Pokemon where I put the Leonardo DiCaprio face in it? I could technically turn that into an NFT because I created it. Now, some people might say, oh, well, the whole Who's That Pokemon thing is copyrighted. Yes, but it's a transformative work. so it's protected. So yes, technically that Leonardo DiCaprio meme, "Who's that Pokemon" clip that I made, that is technically mine. I've technically copyrighted it. So yes, I actually own that. And if I wanted to, I could sell it as an NFT. Oh boy. Yep, here comes the rain. It hadn't rained in a couple of weeks too, so this is kind of surprising. Okay. No, I said no, Toshiba. No, I said theme. You gotta send me theme. No, I don't want your theme. He's gonna send it again. Fine, we'll do theme. I won't even use like one of the better decks. I'll use like a cheesy deck or something. Oh, okay. Well, he wants to do this one. Okay. Sure, we'll do this one. There we go. But yes, now that I think of it, all those little those weird meme type "Who's that Pokemon" stuff that I did, that's all technically mine. And I could sell it if I wanted to. And since it's a transformative work, I can still own the copyright on it. Ooh, you had no basic Pokemons. Let's see, how many mulligans are you gonna have to take? Only one. Okay. Yes, give me that extra card. Yes! You have this viral video on your channel, yes. I'm a little torn on how I should do this. Apparently your hand is not that good. The only bad thing here is that I'm weak to electric. So I'm tempted. I'm so tempted here. I don't want to give you a new hand, though. I'll just hit you for that. I'm going to take 100 here, though, in a second. Yes. Well, not everything on my channel is Pokemon related, so. Ah, you got the crushing hammer. Really? Okay, why is it not letting me play this? Am I missing something here? Can't play any... Ah, okay, paralyzing bolt, gotcha. Well, that's not good. So now I'm gonna have to do this. That's sometimes how it works, though, man. Oh, this is terrible. I didn't get good draws here at all. Darn, I'm gonna have to do this just to make him survive, but this could be my downfall. That's all I got. I have nothing. Well, the thing is, that particular video, the only reason I posted it is because that happened here in my city. Yeah, I'm already gonna... My Inteleon VMAX is gonna die. It makes some money. It makes a little money. It brings views in, which I guess is fine. This is not good. My poor Inteleon's gonna die. But it's also very limited. You have to remember, because if you've seen the video, there is a very big reason why any advertising revenue from it really, you got both of your crushing hammers. The advertising revenue is very limited because of the content. And the reason why YouTube lets it go is because it's considered real-life crime. It's not just a matter of, well, let me, you know, just, you know, throw something kind of nasty on there and there you go. It's not like that. Are you serious? Oh, now I get this. That's awesome. Yeah, my hands are terrible right now. Or my hand is terrible. Yeah, that's the downside of putting videos, because here's the thing about YouTube is you can put videos on here that have cussing and stuff like that in them, or that talk about very touchy subjects. You can make that video, but are you serious? How do you get all 3 crushing hammer flips? Anyways, you can make videos like that, but the reason why a lot of people tend to avoid them is because there's not very much money in them. There's not. Simply because the ad suitability that YouTube sticks with, it's very limited when it comes to videos like that. Because there are a lot of companies out there that don't want to advertise on certain types of videos. Like if it's a video about a controversial subject, they don't want to touch that. And I don't blame them either, because, everybody's real kind of iffy about how, about certain subjects that are considered taboo and that sort of stuff. So you can't really blame them. You could. It depends, though, because sometimes sponsored content works, and then other times it doesn't. Because, say, for instance, if you get a video, and it also depends on how you structure your contract, too, with those sponsored videos. Because sometimes what a sponsored video will do is they will pay you a certain amount of money. Like, say, for instance, if your channel's pretty big, if you've got like 1 million subscribers, they will pay you, say, $10,000 for an ad spot. And once you put the video up there, if, say, for instance, it only gets like 50,000 views, then that's it. You get your $10,000 and that's the end of it. But they could also choose to make it a tiered sort of payment plan, meaning that, say, for instance, if you make that sponsored video and if it gets 50,000 views, it may be tiered to say, okay, if you get up to 50,000 views, we pay you X amount of dollars. If it gets 100,000 views, we pay you a little more. If it gets 1 million views, we pay you even more. That sort of stuff. What's your biggest YT check? 5 something? It's not that much. It's like $560, something like that. Yeah, it's not a massive amount of money, but it's good money. And those big checks don't come very often. They really don't. Sorry, I was just kind of phoning that match in. Sorry. But thank you for the match. Yeah, most of my YouTube checks are not that big. Like monthly, like my last like, let me see. I could actually look right now. Hold on. Let me see. AdSense. You do get a kickback. Yes, whenever people use your code to sign up for a certain service, you do generally get a kickback. Like the percentage that you get, that person gets off, like say for instance, if somebody signs up for a service that's like $20 a month, and if you say, hey, use my promo code such and such for 10% off or something, and if they use that promo code, usually there are incentives attached to that. So the more people that sign up, the more money you get. But of course, to make that worth its time and effort, generally you want to get at least a few hundred people to sign up. Yeah, because if you only get like 5 people to sign up, then it's like, eh. But if you get 1,000 people to sign up, then the money starts getting pretty decent. Oh, here you go. Yeah, my last payout to my AdSense account was $24.36. Now, that money is not in my pocket. It's in my AdSense account. Because, again, AdSense only pays out once you hit the $100 threshold. Did YouTube take 40% of that $500? No. The actual amount is more than that. Because the amount that I see that gets paid out to me is already after YouTube takes their cut. Because you have to remember, the way they, okay, how can I put this? YouTube, whenever they take their cut 30%, it's not 40%, it's 30%. They take that cut when you get stuff like super chats. That's when the 30% cut matters. Ad revenue is done differently. They're two different things. But although you get paid, through the same avenue, they are different things. So yeah, it's not done the same way. Yeah. I'm kind of with YouTube, it's more like, I just kind of like doing it. I'm not going to get rich off of YouTube, and I know that. It's nice to get the little bits of cash here and there, don't get me wrong. But that's why I still do it, mostly because it also sends people to my store. And that's where a majority of my money comes from now. As far as stuff like YouTube and my card store, a majority of the money comes from the card store. Yeah, like I don't even remember how much I made last month on the card store, but it was a pretty good amount. It was definitely more than I got out of YouTube. It was a lot more. So yeah, it's like I said, with YouTube, it's nothing I can, call a job, but it's fun to do. And the fact that I don't like keeping a regular schedule with YouTube actually still sort of works. Oh, card shop. The card shop is not a side hustle. It's making enough money now to where not only does it take care of itself and allows me to continue to buy product, but it's actually funding the YouTube channel. Because, again, think of all the stuff that I open in videos, all the product that I get, all the Pokemon boxes, all the Yu-Gi-Oh boxes, the Magic the Gathering boxes, all that stuff, all those videos, all of that product comes from money that I make from the card store. So it's sort of like it's like a little cycle there, because I'll make the money from the card store, I'll take that money, I'll buy more product, I will then make videos from that product, then take the product, post it to the card store, and make more money, and it just kind of keeps going like that. I'm not going to get rich off of this, but it's fun to do. It keeps me busy. That's the biggest reason why I do the card store, because it keeps me busy. It keeps me focused on something. Because if I'm not focused on something, it's bad. So yeah, I have to keep my mind focused on something. How's the stock market going? It's there. I still have money in the market. It's just kind of idling right now, but it's there. The wolf of card selling. Maybe not the wolf of card selling. I did sell some cards today to somebody in Hungary. Of all places. And Hungary was in the news lately, too. Or recently, I should say. Got to be careful with the stock market, though. I don't go short term on the stock market. I go long. That's why I'm not worried about it. Like right now, collectively, a lot of my investments right now are actually down on the year, but I'm fine with that. I'm completely fine with that, because I'm not looking to cash out in the next couple of months. I'm looking long term. I'm looking like 5-10 years down the road. Like the money that I have in there right now, it's gonna be there for a long time. But I know some people, they like to do the day trading stuff, and that is a little too stressful. Do my books online still make money? They make money. They make some. Not again, I'm not going to get rich off of it, but it more than pays for itself. World macroeconomics in college. You've been day trading the last couple of years. That's cool. Some people really enjoy that stuff, and if you do, I think that's fine. That's great. Well, I would say this: at least you have the education to back that up. A lot of people that are in the market right now are people that have gone in as, services like Robinhood. And there's nothing wrong with using Robinhood. My thing with that is that it attracts a lot of people that have absolutely no experience in the market at all. Like I've been invested in Wall Street and various stocks since about 2001. So I've got a lot of years of experience doing it. I'm not a professional or anything, but I've been around the block. I know what I'm doing. A lot of newer people, like younger people that are doing the Robinhood stuff, they have no idea what they're doing. They just think, oh, well, let me buy $200 of this, and next week it should be worth, like 50% more. Of course, that's not how it always works. It rarely works that way. You can get really lucky and be like, oh, yeah, I made tons of money on Dogecoin or whatever, and that sort of stuff. And I'm not going to lie, I actually did make a little money on Dogecoin. Because I bought it as a meme, and I got it right when it was at about 1 or 2 pennies. It was like 1 or 2 cents. And I remember I sold it for about 8.5 cents or so. And a lot of people were like, oh, but it went up to 72 cents. Well, yeah, I know, but how is anybody going to know that? You can't know that a certain stock or security is going to just spring up like that. You just don't, especially with cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies, it really is a crapshoot. Stocks is a little different. Cryptocurrencies, it's just a complete crapshoot because you just don't know. Anyway, people are like, what in the world are they talking about? This doesn't sound like Pokemon cards. I'm sorry, it doesn't sound like Pokemon cards. There's like one person in the back like, hey, can I get a code? Can I get a code, man? I don't think anybody here wants codes. Everybody's here is just talking about money. I'm gonna wait for that one kid to show up and be like, can I get a code? Yeah, the thing about the stock market is, again, if you go long, it's almost impossible to fail. It's just that most people don't have that patience. Because there are certain companies out there that I can tell you right now, 10 years from now, they're still going to be there, and they're still going to be huge, and they're still going to be making money. And those I consider just to be really safe bets. Like companies like Walmart or Amazon or Google. Those companies, they're not going away. They're going to be here for the next at least 10 years. They're not going anywhere. So if you want a safe investment, Walmart's actually great, really. I hate to say it, but it is. It's a value stock. Because certain stocks like that, it's not a growth stock anymore because it's like, how much bigger can Walmart get? But, buy into a stock that has a good dividend. Like for a long time, GE had a really great dividend. The stock price was only like $7, but they had a dividend. Yeah, a GoPro. GoPro is one of those that bounces around a bit. I really don't know much about GoPro. I know what they are, but I don't know much about their about how they run their security. Been trying to buy 100% Amazon. Amazon's expensive right now. I mean, rightfully so, but it's expensive. How much was Amazon's? Like $2,200 for a share? It's really expensive right now. Same thing with Apple. Apple's going to be one of those companies that's going to be around for a long time. Microsoft, another one. There are plenty of them out there. Like, if you want something that's just going to continue to make you money like every month or every quarter, just go with a value stock and just let the dividend keep paying you. That's how I first got started. There was I forget the name of the company. It's been so long. But there was this one company where their stock price was consistently like at $1.50 to $1.75. Like in like a 5 or 6 year span, it never went above or below those numbers. It was always $1.50 to $1.75. So it was very consistent. And not only that, but they paid a dividend every month. Every single month, they paid a dividend. And instead of taking the cash, I would just do a dividend reinvestment, where instead of them giving you cash, they would award you more stock. So I just did that for years. And it works. In fact, I think I still own that company. That company changed hands, though, if I remember correctly. They stopped doing their dividend, which sucks. But I still own the shares. They're still there. Anyway, I wish you could buy shares. Oh, speaking of which, there was a thing where people were trying to invest in partial shares of Magic the Gathering cards. I don't know if you all heard about this, but and I honestly think it's a stupid idea. But like certain Magic the Gathering cards are extraordinarily expensive right now. Like, if you have like an alpha or a beta, Black Lotus, those cards, even raw, are like $20,000-$30,000 now for just the card. And of course, most people can't afford to just throw $30,000 at a card. And so, what somebody was trying to do, nice name, what somebody was trying to do is instead of, just an individual buying, dumping $30,000 to get a Lotus, what they wanted to do is they wanted to go in like a group. Like instead of just him, it would be like 10 people each putting in $3,000, and they would own partial shares of the card. I kind of get the idea of why they wanted to do it, but the problem that you run into there, it's like, okay, so you and 9 other people have now invested $3,000 each into a Black Lotus. One, who holds on to the Black Lotus? At that point, it's kind of like you start running into little roadblocks here because there's nothing sanctioning that sort of activity. It's not like the SEC where if there's some sort of problem, you can go to them and they can try and figure out, is their laws broken, that sort of stuff. It's different. It's kind of like buying a house with 9 other people. Okay, who gets to live in the house? Should we rent the house? Should we sell the house? And it's a very, very weird thing that people were trying to do, and I just didn't like it. Because now you're talking about things like trading cards, and it just didn't seem like a good idea. Because all it takes is just one person like that. Like, say for instance, if I were to go to you guys and say, "Hey, I'm gonna buy this really expensive card. You want to go in with me on this?" And I have to get, say, $5,000 from each of you, and like, say for instance, I put in $5K, JP puts in $5K, Dre puts in $5K, so $15,000. I go and buy this $15,000 card. What's to say that I don't just up and disappear one day? I mean, you can have contracts, which can be helpful, but if you can't locate me, good luck. That's the biggest reason why I don't think it's a good idea, because too many times people are going to do that sort of stuff. Oh my gosh, it's Benia. Benia, what are you doing here? No, Benia, we don't have any lollies here. I'm sorry. FEMA sent you a $5,000 check and $36,000 loan in 3 years. Well, that's good. That's for your house, though, right? Here's a weird thing about FEMA. FEMA's very picky about who they send money to. Like, the last time we had a hurricane, I was actually eligible to apply for FEMA money. And so I applied. They're like, what do you have to lose? So I was like, all right, cool. So I applied, and they said no. And I'm like, well, okay. I said that I qualified and everything, and they're like, yeah, you didn't really suffer any damages. I'm like, dude, I had no power for a week. I lost tons of money on my business not being able to be open. I totally skipped over your... No. I saw the numbers in there and I was like, I can't read that. Your example is buy Ford at 13, didn't sell it 5 minutes later when it jumps to 13 at 5, but I'll buy 800 shares when... Yeah, that's pretty much normal day trading. I just don't like doing that because... I mean, yeah, you could do that, and eventually the pennies add up, and I understand that's what you're saying. But, because, I mean, you can do that. It's just you have to really pay attention sometimes to how these stocks are moving. Because there are going to be those days where you may buy 100 shares at $10, and then suddenly it dips. And if it dips to $9.50, well, you have to think, okay, am I just going to hold these shares now for that long? Or am I going to try and, do something with this? Some people don't really know what to do after that. Of course, what I would do if I bought, 100 shares for $10 each and the price dipped, I would continue to buy. I really would. Because I would lower my exposure price and I would continue to build my shares there. Trailing stop order, so you never lose any money. So you would sell it when it hits... Okay, so I see what you're saying. So you can put a stop loss order, is what you're talking about. So you can buy. So what you're saying is you would buy it at $13. You would immediately put in a stop loss order to sell it if it hits $13. But you would just kind of watch it on your own and see how high it might go. So if it goes to 13.10, then you'll just be like, okay, I'm satisfied with this. I'll sell this. So yeah, you're just using stop loss orders. Which can work, but again, it's a lot of... Unless... Here's the thing about that. Is that can work and you can make money that way. The only problem with it is unless you have a very large position or a very large amount of money to invest, then it's going to be a long uphill battle. Because if you start out with $1,000, you know, you may think, oh, right, I made money today. But when you're investing $1,000 and you're only, you know, buying at $10 and selling at $10.05, that's not a lot of money. You have to do that a lot. So the more money you have to play with, then the more money you can make. But if you have small amounts, it's not really worth it. When are the Pokemon Unite streams? Never. I downloaded Pokemon Unite, and I still haven't opened it. It's there. People keep saying that, yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's one of those, what do they call them? The battle arena battle arenas? MOBAs? There you go. Multiplayer online battle arena. There you go. Hey, can we 1v1? I don't know, can we? Yeah, if you've got a lot of capital, JP, then that can work. But again, if you're you know, just starting out, then it's very hard to make something like that work. Again, you can make some money, but the amounts that you make per day is just going to be so small. Like like I said, if you start with like $1,000 and you get lucky that first day and you earn 5% on that $1,000 or even 3 or 4%, I mean, it's still decent money, but you also have to consider how much energy and time do you put into it. You know, would it actually be less expensive to just go and have like a 9-to-5 job? You can add me, Mr. Player, if you'd like. Yeah, my in-game name is the same as the channel name. So you feel free to go ahead and add me there. In fact, you know what? Let's do some codes. Let's go ahead and do some codes because we keep losing Pokemon people. Everybody's like, what are they talking about here? Let's do some codes, man. Mr. Controller Player will enjoy these. Here we go. So let's do some codes, guys. Let's see. Where are my mystery codes? There we go. Yeah, Robinhood has. In fact, most brokerages have that kind of requirement. Sorry for not talking Pokemon. Yeah, a lot of brokerages have that requirement where you have to have so much money there, or else they don't want you day trading. Vaporeon for our first code. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, a Gardevoir. Which Gardevoir is this? I kind of want this Gardevoir. What is this? Oh, it's this one. Oh, I've got plenty of these. Sorry. You can never have enough Gardevoir, though. Yeah, you can never have enough of that one. Dialga or Palkia. Why not both? Alright, let's see. Another code. Sudowoodo. You know what we should do? As we're... Oh, Rockruff. I don't think I have this one. Oh, it's this one. Oh, well, now I have 4 of them. Okay, well, that's fine. Oh, that's a Sun and Moon promo. Cool. Well, if anybody wants that coin, obviously that coin's for trade. So, yeah. Let me see. I think somebody added me here. There we go. Requests. Pepsi! I just realized his name's Pepsi. Alright, let's see. So we got a Sudowoodo. Is that the stream bot? You mean Restream? Yes, that's one of my bots. It could, because I'm not streaming just to Twitch. I'm streaming to Trovo and to YouTube as well. So RestreamBot basically shares the chat between them all so that everybody can see what everybody else is talking about. Terrakian. You ever play Sword and Shield? Yes. I am desperately trying to finish my Pokédex in Sword and Shield. Because I actually thought I was almost done with my Pokédex and Sword and Shield. I thought I only needed 2 more. And I got them, what was it, last week I think it was? I finally got those 2 that I needed, just as a touch trade. But I went and I was like, yeah, I finally got them, although there's another Gardevoir. And then I go and I look, and apparently I still needed like 10 more. And I'm like, what happened here? I'm like, because I had gone through my Pokédex, I don't know how many times, just making sure that I had everything. And there was only 2 that consistently kept coming back up. One of them was the evolution of Spritzy, and the other one was Zamazenta. And I got the Zamazenta as a touch trade, and the other one I got, because I already had the Spritzy, you have to trade it in order to get it to evolve. So I traded it, and then of course my friend traded it back to me. And I was like, yeah, I should be done. And then I went to go talk to the Pokédex guy, because when you complete it, you have to go talk to some guy, and he does something for you. And I went to go talk to him, and it's like, yeah, your Pokédex is still not complete. I'm like, what? And so I went and I looked back again, and I went through my lists again, and I was like, how did I miss? It was like 8 or 9 more Pokemon that I was missing. And I was like, how did I miss these? Because again, I was going through that list like every single day for the longest time. But apparently I had missed a whole bunch. Vikavolt. And I was able to get like 5 of them. Because 5 of them, I think all I had to do was evolve other Pokemon, so that was fine. But then there are still like 2 or 3 others that are a little harder to get. So I'm still working on those. One of them is one of the fossil Pokemon. It's like a fish Pokemon something. It's like a fossil fish thing. And I'm working on getting it because I have to go talk to those Dig brothers so that they can dig me up the fossils. So I'm just throwing all kinds of money and stuff at them right now to try and get it. But yeah, I was a little annoyed when I was like, how did I... Because, I mean, it's one thing to miss 1, maybe 2 Pokemon from your list, but like I said, I missed like 10. I'm like, how do you miss 10 Pokemon? That's insane. That's crazy. I couldn't understand how I was doing that. You completed your living dex in Pokemon Home. I actually have Pokemon Home too, but I only have just the basic one where I think you can deposit like 30 Pokemon or something like that. All right, there we go. Duraludon. So there we go. We got 7 codes there for you guys. These are for you all. So yeah, feel free to go ahead and claim those and share all those as much as you like. Oh, speaking of which, there's supposed to be a I don't know if it's out yet. There's supposed to be a code coming directly from the Pokemon people that gives you a secret rare Quick Ball. I don't know if it's out yet. Let me see. But yeah, they were talking about how they were supposed to be giving out a code that gives secret rare Quick Balls. And of course, everybody wants that card. So it was like, wow. I just don't know if it's out yet. I don't think it is. He's only watching. Nah, JP plays. Well, he plays Sword and Shield. But yeah, the Quick Ball, which, if I'm not mistaken, is still very expensive. Let me see. Let me look it up here. Oh yeah, Quick Ball Secret Rare, the gold one, 100 plus Chilling Rain packs. A lot of people are buying, but nobody wants to sell it. Nobody wants to get rid of that Quick Ball because it's worth so much. And every time you go and you look in trade, they're not offering nearly what it's worth. Like here, we'll go look in trade real quick at Quick Ball. And I can tell you right now, nobody is offering 100 packs. Nobody. Everybody's hoping to get it cheap, and it's not going to happen. The only way somebody could possibly get it super cheap is if somebody makes a mistake. Okay, that's not the quick ball we want. There's that. Yeah, I imagine most people are... There's not going to be very many quick ball trades on here. For the secret rare, I mean. What does quick ball do? You play it, you discard one card, and then you can grab any one Pokemon from your deck. Chandelure EX. Oh, speaking of which, and I think I mentioned this last week too, is I got a couple of XY era Battle Arena decks, and one of them had Chandelure. And sadly, Chandelure, which in this deck is the most expensive card, it's like an $8 card, both copies, because I got 2 copies of Chandelure in these decks, both copies are damaged. Right out of the box, both of them were damaged. I was so upset. I was like, are you kidding me? The 2 most expensive cards in the entire deck, and those are the only 2 that have damage on them. I was like, that's it's not good, man. I was pretty upset. I mean, I could still sell them, but obviously I'm not going to get the full amount. Wow, nothing for quick balls showing up. Yeah, these are the only 2 that keep popping up here. But yeah, quick ball's one of those it's one of those cards that you can put into virtually any deck and it works. Hold on, Pepsi, we're talking about stuff. Let me see. Okay, we got a few more here. Most of these are for the basic quick balls. No. Yeah, most of these are going to be for just the regular quick ball, not for the super expensive one. I can already tell you right now, there are none for the super expensive one, because anybody that's offering just a handful of packs for that is just insane. Water, energy, quick balls. Yeah, there's not going to be very many here. Actually, I wouldn't mind taking this trade. Sell my Bulbasaur? No! That was a gift! You don't sell gifts! I'm not going to sell it. No, man, I'm keeping it. Yeah, that was something I learned a long time ago from the time I was a kid. You don't sell your gifts. The only time that I would ever consider selling a gift is if I were, like, homeless and desperate. So yeah, you don't sell your gifts, man. Like I can tell you right now, whenever like my mother sends me things like birthday cards and stuff like that, I keep all those. And people are like, "Oh, it's just a card." Well, it doesn't matter. It's from my mom, dude. It's a gift. You know, at least hold on to it for a little while. Pretty much for the last 20 years of my life, I can tell you right now, anything that somebody gave me as a gift, like a sincere straight up gift, I have kept it. Even if I've not needed it or not really cared for it, or maybe they gave me something, I was like, oh, that's kind of like a stuffed animal or something. You would think, oh, well, it's just a stuffed animal. And I'm not big on stuffed animals, but if it's a gift, I'm going to keep it. I have, no joke, I have, what is it called? I forget what they are. I forget the name of this little stuffed animal thing, but it was back when those Beanie Babies were like a big deal. An old girlfriend of mine gave me like this supersized platypus looking Beanie Baby thing. I still have it. It's put away. You know, it's put away in a box and everything, but I still have it. And that thing's like 20 years old. We can sell Moni's soul for cheese. No, we sell cheese for souls. Yeah, apparently, yeah, I'm not going to find a quick ball here that anybody's actually like a quick ball that I really want. Pikachu themed avatar. No. Yeah, no quick balls here. I honestly didn't think that there would be any quick balls. Because again, most people are not willing to pay what it's worth. And if I'm not mistaken, what pack does it come from? I'm trying to remember now. Oh, that's Sword and Shield base. Okay. So yeah, Sword and Shield base to get that thing. But yeah, most of the gold cards, well, I don't want to say most, but I would say at least half of them have good value. This is probably one of the most expensive ones. So yeah. Good luck getting this. This is the biggest reason why Sword and Shield packs, the codes for Sword and Shield packs, are still expensive. This and the Marnie card. Although most people don't need Marnie anymore, unless you want multiple copies, because we all got that free Marnie, this one. Everybody got this one for free, and this is the Sword and Shield one. But this is the one I want to get next, just because it's silly. It's the promo card from that new premium collection that just came out. But people want way too much money for that premium collection right now. In fact, yeah, when you buy that premium collection, you get one of this one, and you get 3 copies of this one, which is kind of neat. Before you go any... Okay, fine. Okay, control player, go ahead and send your request. And in a little bit, well, I was gonna say I keep putting it off. I was thinking, well, wait till we get like 20 people, and then we'll do Who's That Pokemon. But people show up and then they leave. Even control players like, I'm leaving. I don't do this format. I don't have a deck for this format. Why does everybody play expanded? You're like, fine, I'll cancel it. I love theme deck battles. I love them. They're so fun. Oh, I guess we're doing this blend then. All right. I guess I'll use this deck again. Seriously, if I don't tell people that I don't play expanded, like the first thing they send me is expanded. I just don't really like expanded. Sure, I'll go first. I mean, I technically have... Oh, wow. This is a terrible start. I technically have expanded decks, but none of them are decks that I built. This is not a good start for me. Not at all. This is bad, bad, bad. Well, actually, this could work. I could try to mix something out of this. Yeah, having 2 of these at the very beginning is not good. Here, I'm gonna have to do this. That's all I got. Well, no, meta is basically standard. That's like the main thing that I mean, as far as what you're supposed to play or what the most current thing is, it's gonna be standard. I had a feeling he was gonna do something like that, which is why I didn't mind grabbing all that energy. I'm like, that's fine, he's gonna do that. I just needed to thin the deck. That's all I wanted to do. Path to the Peak. Yeah. So you go here. Darn, not what I was hoping for, but we'll grab this. Wow. Look at this hand now. Okay, let's see if we can work something out here. Okay, we'll grab this. Nice. There we go. Yes. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get. See, that's what I was saying. Quick Ball goes in pretty much any deck. And you don't necessarily need the fancy Quick Ball, but, you know, some people like having the fancy Quick Ball. Okay. Thank you for the sub. I'm actually concentrating. I'm like, I gotta actually try this here. All right, Great Ball. What do you got? Excuse me. That's all I got. Evolving Skies comes out in like 2 weeks. It will be the next set that comes out. 2-piece Cinnamic Chicken. What is a 2-piece in a McChicken? Because 2-piece makes me think like Popeye's chicken, and then a McChicken is obviously McDonald's. So I don't know what it is. Not really what I was hoping for. Boxing bruh? What's a boxing bruh? I have no idea what you mean by that. That actually helps. Yeah, my Intellion's gonna go away. So you go here. Excuse me. Do I want to do this? Really? That's all I got. I usually talk more. I've been talking the entire time, man. Go there. I keep getting trainer cards, but I can't do anything with them. Well, that's not going to help right now. That this isn't going to help either, but I gotta try something. Let's see. Yeah, that didn't help either. I kept trying to get my Frostmoth. I couldn't get it. This entire time I was working to try and get Frostmoth. It just wouldn't come to my hand. Without Frostmoth, I have all this stuff in my hand and I can't use it. So it's like, eh. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I couldn't get Frostmoth. Without Frostmoth, I was hurting. That and the fact that he had the type advantage too. That was just too hard to overcome. Yeah, if I'm going water versus electric, this deck is gonna hurt. Yeah, he had the type advantage. Just too much damage. I got some more codes. I got some codes, man. It was either fire or electric. Yeah. Let's do some codes. Actually, we've got a few people here, so we're going to try something a little bit different. Well, maybe not different, but something you all haven't dealt with here in a long time. What do you think, Chewbacca? Is it time? Yeah, that's right. It is time, man. Where is it? How come I can't find it? There it is. It's time for... That's right. It's time for y'all's favorite part of the show. Who's that Pokemon? Where? We will show a silhouette of a Pokemon, and just like on the show, you have to guess what it is. And if you are able to successfully guess which Pokemon it is, then you get a prize. So let's see. Let's see what the prize is going to be, and then we'll continue to go over the rules and everything here. Let me see. What do we got for prizes today? Let's do... Still got tons of Vivid Voltage. I should do 5 evolutions packs. Get rid of these things already. Let's do Vivid Voltage simply because I have so many of these. If you get this right, and there can only be one winner, if you get this right, you will get not 1, not 2, but 3 packs of Vivid Voltage. That's right, that's going to be the prize. Now, listen up and listen close, because if you don't do it right, you don't win. Here's how it works. I will put up the silhouette for a Pokemon. You will have about 45 seconds to a minute to guess which Pokemon that is. You only get one guess. If you spam chat, you immediately lose. So do not spam chat. You are not allowed to do it. You get one guess, and that's it. If you put in more than one guess, you do not win. And the first person that I see in chat that does get the Pokemon correct, they will get the prize. Clear enough? Okay, let me set this up here. Hold on, where's my Pokemon stuff? Come here, you. Oh, here it is. Okay. Come on. Make sure this is... Oh, man, I gotta resize this. Every time I gotta resize this. You should get 2 because you're new. Everybody's new. All right. Are you all ready? Here we go. Remember, you get 45 seconds. You only get 1 guess. Do not spam chat. If you do, you lose. Here we go. It is time for everybody's most favorite part of the show. There we go. You got 1 minute. 1 minute. Again, no spamming of chat. You spam chat, you lose. So we'll give you all about 45 more seconds. And we'll see what happens here. Now, of course, it would help if you actually play the game. That it would help if you actually play the game. If you put your guess in, because if you don't play the game, then who am I going to send, packs to? But we'll see how this goes here. And oh, getting plenty of guesses here. Let me see. Somebody said Reptar. Somebody says Togepi. Somebody says Togapi. Another person says Togepi. Nobody knows how to spell that. Everyone's like, I don't know how to spell it, man. All right, has that been long enough? It doesn't matter if you misspell it. If it's, as long as I get the general idea of what you're trying to say, it's fine. So if you misspell it, don't worry about it. All right, let me go ahead and put the answer in here now. I'm sorry, I had to do that. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me put the real thing. Okay, hold on. I know. Calm down. I do this every time. Okay, hold on. Let me put the real one in. Let me see. Okay, you go here. Okay. Let me put the real answer in there now. Hold on. There we are. All right, here we go, guys. The answer to everybody's favorite game of... Where the hell's my button? Togepi! Or whatever, however you say his name. There you go. Yay! Let's see who won. Let me see. Where is this? Where'd this start? Oh, okay, here we go. JP won. Do you even play? I don't think he plays. JP's like, yeah, I don't play. No, seriously, if you play, I mean, you win. You got it first. He's like, don't give it to me. I'm just guessing. Fine. Okay, so JP is foregoing because he doesn't actually have a Pokemon online. Okay, let me see who came next. Controller player got the... Well, yeah. I mean, he misspelled it, but that's fine. I still understood what you were saying. Okay, so controller player gets the gets the prize. Good job, Thur, on this episode of... Yay! All right. So this is what I'll do. Let me go ahead. I've already added you, so that's good. So yeah, here, I'll mark this for trade. Mr. Player, go ahead and initiate a trade and just ask for 3 copies of the Vivid Voltage booster pack, and you can throw in just like a throwaway card just so the trade will go through, like an energy or something. Doesn't matter. But there you go. You will get your 3 packs of Vivid Voltage. Congratulations. Can I call you Pepsi? You want to be called a soft drink? Really? Do you work for Pepsi? Are you doing this so that you can get free advertising? I just woke up to like 4 texts from JP. JP's like, get over here, man. We're talking about weird stuff. Pretty much. That's pretty much what this entire stream has been. We're just talking about odd things. Okay. Well, sure, Mr. Pepsi. I have these marked. Go ahead and initiate the trade for 3 Vivid Voltage packs. 3, 1, 2, 3. And you're all set to go. And while we're waiting for him to do that, let's do some codes. We'll do a few codes here. Is that Jamichael O'Neal? Okay. And Davis Jones. Let's see. Which do we want to do here? Oh, I've got some trainer boxes left over. Let's see what we got for trainer boxes. Well, here, I'll approve your trade real quick, and then we'll do codes. Oh, you're giving me a single strike energy. That's fine. Let me mark these. And there's your 3 packs. Congratulations, enjoy your packs. Alright, now let's go do some codes here. Alright, what do we got here? This should be a an ETB. Yep, Vivid Voltage Elite Trainer Box. So that's 1 code there. Let me save my list. And then we'll do some more mystery codes here. This list of mystery codes has been a little bit of a letdown. What's most fire Pokemon? There really isn't one particular Pokemon that is fire. Ooh, Deden. It really all depends on what you like. There isn't one single Pokemon that's like super like overpowering over everything else. Yeah, the game isn't designed that way, thankfully. Oh, Grimmsnarl. Yeah, Charizard's probably the big popular one. Although, oddly enough, in standard format, I see almost no Charizard decks. It's been so long since I've faced a Charizard deck in standard. Nobody plays it. Because there are just so much better options out there. So many better options. I mean, he's not bad, but like I said, there's just better options. Let's see what else. Oh, Porygon Z. Don't see that one very often. And we'll do one more. Do I have a Discord? Yes, Discord list is down in the description. If you're over on Twitch, I will share it with you here in just a second. Oh, look at that, a Rillaboom. Not bad for the Rillaboom. Here, let me share the Discord with you real quick. There you go. That's our Discord. I'm letting Moni know that we're talking about cheese. No, what do you mean cheese? You haven't talked about cheese. Oh, show what you got from that. Did you get something good? The only card that I wanted from Vivid Voltage, and I actually did get it last week, was another copy of the Jirachi card. Thank you, JP. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, I don't pay enough attention to the website as I should. It feels like I'm kind of overwhelmed in one part of my business or another, so it's always hard to, keep things all up to date. Like right now, the store's doing great, but the website's kind of eh. Oh, another thing, the Facebook group is actually gaining more people, which is weird, because I post stuff on it, but I never really expected it to get big. But it's actually getting bigger. It's not like massive. It's got like 38 people. But for the longest time, I had like 15 people in the group. And just in the past couple of weeks, we've doubled the number of people we have, which is interesting. I mean, it's not bad. It's fine. But I do try to keep up on Facebook, even though I don't really like using Facebook personally, because there's just so much weird. Hold on, there's just so much weird stuff that I just don't want to mess with. But at the same time, I can't completely ignore it because there are literally billions of people on Facebook, so you can't really ignore it. Pepsi, you can put it in the Pokemon section. Or in general, that's fine. Either one's fine. Yeah, there's a Pokemon section there. Yeah, there's Pokemon, there's Genshin Impact, Seven Deadly Sins, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering, and then some other stuff. You don't have Facebook. Yeah, a lot of people are actually turning away from Facebook, I've found. And I can't say I blame them because, again, there's a lot of people on Facebook, but it's like 80% politics, and I just don't like that. Yeah. Hey, you got the rainbow fat Pikachu. Nice. That was a good pull, man. Yeah, the only reason I even really still use Facebook is, one, because I need it for my business, and two, it's really the only place that I talk to my family on. like if I need to talk to my mom or my brother or my sister, we don't ever call each other. We just talk to each other on Facebook. That's really the only reason. And in case, obviously, I still occasionally put some stuff on there, just to kind of make it seem like I'm alive. Because there have been times where I didn't post anything for like 2 weeks. Mom finally contacts me. She's like, "Are you okay? I don't see you on Facebook." I'm like, "I'm fine, Mom." Insta and Twitter. Well, Instagram in most cases is just as good as Facebook because it's the same company and they all share stuff between the two. Twitter's different. I don't know. Twitter's a little weird. All right, hold on. Let me refresh our codes here. We'll throw some more codes in there for some of the newer people that are just showing up. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, because I've got so many freaking codes. At least the mystery codes I have tons of. The Elite Trainer boxes I'm actually low on. I only have 2 more of those. Oh my god, I want this Tepig. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm taking the Tepig. I wanted this little guy. Not only that, but also because he has coins. If you want the coins, though, these are like the Battle Styles coins. If you actually want the coins, I'll trade them. I just want a single copy for myself, but the any extras above 1 I have for the coins, sure, I'll trade them. So if you actually want these, just offer me something decent and I'll trade it. Sorry. I kept telling myself, if I get another Tepig, I'm keeping it. Your IG850X goat? What? Oh, there's a Pikachu. Everybody loves Pikachu. That's right, it's Pikachu. Less Pekko. Because nobody needs more Pekko. We need just the right amount of Pekko. Nobody has your phone number? I think everybody has my business phone number. Galarian Pony. But most people don't call, which is good. Like, don't call me on my business number. The only reason I have my business number is because it's pretty much a requirement. Like, if you want to get listed in certain places, you have to have a phone number. Which is kind of dumb. Phone numbers... Doesn't it feel like phone numbers are getting a little out of date now? It's not like back in the 80s and 90s where, you know, people would spend hours on the phone. Now that just doesn't happen. Bunnelby. And we'll do one more here, and then we'll get some matches in. Charmander. There you go. There's a Charmander. Charmander. Speaking of Charmander, if you ever trade with me on Sword and Shield, don't give me Charmander. Just don't. Seriously. That's something I've been wanting to talk about for the longest time because it just annoys me. It really does. Because if you've not played... What is up with... Hold on. Here, you go over there. There we go. Okay. Sorry, my little foot thing. I have like this little thing where I put my feet on so I can sit for longer periods of time if I need to, but I was like freaking out. Okay. I was going to say, Sword and Shield, don't trade Charmanders. Just don't, please. For the love of God, don't trade Charmander. Like every other trade that I get in Sword and Shield is a frickin' Charmander, and I hate it. Because seriously, if I would have kept every single Charmander that I've ever been traded, I'd probably have like 1,000 of them. Like every time, like there are certain Pokemon in Sword and Shield. Charmander's one of them. What's another one? Squovit. Wooloo. Who else? Sobble. Grookey. Rookidee. Oh my god, I hate Rookidee so much. Any of those. If anybody trades me any... Oh, Scorbunny too. If anybody trades me those, I just delete them. I just delete them. Because there are just... there's like half of the trades are just those particular Pokemon. Like seriously, who needs a Rookidee? Nobody needs a Rookidee. Again, it's one of those where if I had kept every single Rookidee that had ever been traded to me, I would have like 1,000 of them. The only exception to those is if they're shiny. Like if it's like a shiny Charmander, okay, that's fine. But if it's just a regular Charmander, no. Oh, Eevee too. Same thing with Eevee. Do I open TCG packs? Actually I do. Do I open them online? Yes. Well, I open them in my videos. I have tons of videos on my channel with product openings for Pokemon, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Weiss Schwartz, Force of Will, stuff like that. Yeah, I was watching that football match last night for a little bit. Got some packs for you if you want. Sure, send them. I will gladly accept packs if you send them my way. In fact, I said earlier in the stream that I've got a ton of product that is supposed to be arriving today. I don't know what time it will arrive. What's my in-game name? My in-game name is the same as the channel name, Slimword. Just like that. You're a Seahawks fan. I can't even say that I'm really a fan of any team this year. I can't say. People are like, but you're from Texas. It should be the Cowboys. Yeah, I'm kind of sick of the Jerry Jones thing already. I really wish he would just stop messing around with the players, and I just hate it. Oh, hey, look at that. I just got a message from Pear, from Twelpair. Oh, wow. We have the code for the super rare quick ball. Hold on, let me get this to you guys. Hold on. Let me refresh this. Okay, yeah, we have it here finally. And again, this should be something that we can all use. Let's see, 25th. Oops. Aniv Champions. There it is, guys. Look at this. Bam! Secret rare quick ball. Again, let me type this into to chat for you guys. So yeah, if you want the secret rare quick ball, here it is. 25th. That's the code right there. So just type that into your Pokemon online, and you will get a secret rare full art golden quick ball. I don't have to send you a quick ball. There's the code right there. All you have to do is just type in the code and it's yours. So there you go. Free quick ball. So nice. Looks like everybody gets a quick ball now. What do we got here, David? Yes, I see the friend request there. Thank you, David. You are added. But yeah, everybody's. I would say there's really no reason for anybody to not get the quick ball. Why would you not get it? In fact, I'm going to tag everybody in Discord so they know. I know Wooker was waiting for it. He probably already has it, though. There we go. You hate Goff, but you love the Lions since Barry. Barry was such a great player. I always felt bad for Barry Sanders. He was always such an elite player on such a terrible team. The only reason they were even competitive during the time that he was active was because of him. It's the only reason. Poor Barry. There's a lot of people that end up like that. A lot of really great players that end up on sort of mediocre teams that never really go anywhere. Like Megatron. He was a Lion too. Great player, amazing player. He just wasn't ever going to go anywhere with the Lions. It's just terrible. Let's see, what do we got here? Oops, went to the wrong place. Trades. You hope this is enough? Uh-oh. Jesus, man, that's a lot of packs. Oh, you want one of my fancy ones, eh? Okay, that's fine, actually. Sure, I'll take these. Lots more Vivid Voltage. Thank you, sir. We'll probably use some of these for prizes and stuff. What's this? What do we got here? Dialga for a Luxray? Sure, that's fine. Shining Fates, Battle Styles. Let's see, a lot more Vivid Voltage now. Oh, the Hidden Fates. I may actually open a couple of those for myself, because I haven't opened a ton of Hidden Fates. And then the Evolutions, again, we can give those as prizes. 11 completes. Dude, David, what's up with that? You're like, I open a lot of packs. I open a lot. It's insane, man. But yeah, I think I'll open a couple of these Hidden Fates packs. Just because I wasn't around when they first came out. So there's probably still a handful of cards here that I could probably use. Especially since I'm trying to get more stuff for Expanded. Really, 2 Metapods? A Mew. And what else we got here? Oh, hey, look at that. Shiny Oranguru with Instruct. Nice. And Misty's Water Command. That's a pretty nice little card right there. Nice. You were trying to use a deck with all Rapid Strike and Single Strike. What I've found, Lady DS, is I've never built a Rapid Strike or a Single Strike, but the successful decks that I've seen that use that generally pick one or the other. You either want to go all Rapid or all Single. So because when you split them between the two, the consistency just isn't nearly as good as if you went to just one. If you went with just one, then you know every single card you draw, or most of the cards that you draw or have in your hand, are going to support what you're trying to do. So yeah, just either go all Rapid or all Single. That's what I would say. You ain't used to this YouTube thing. Nobody's used to YouTube. Yeah, everybody is. Let's So let's see. What are we saying? What are we doing here? Okay. Well, we got a whole bunch of new packs here. So here's the deal. This is what we were doing, and this is what the old thing was with the beat the streamer thing. And we'll do a couple of beat the streamer matches right now. How about that? Is the way it works is I choose the format, either being theme, standard, or gym leader. And if you win, then you will get a predetermined prize. And since we have some new stuff here, let's see what we want our predetermined prizes to be. Obviously, we can do Vivid Voltage. Here, we'll make it a little more interesting. Here, we'll do one of the decks that I have here. Okay, we will do Leafeon simply because I have a lot of Leafeon decks. That will be the prize. Hold on, do not send requests yet. Again, I get to choose the format. If you win, if you beat me in my chosen format, then you get a copy of the Leafeon GX deck. If you lose, however, then nothing happens. Yeah, yeah, nothing happens. You have to say, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I mean, what am I going to do if you lose? I'll be like, hey, come here, man. Here, duck down here for a second. Why? Just duck down. Okay. Anyways. Aw, Pear's going to sleep. Okay, so here we go. The type that I'm choosing right now, if you don't know what Gym Leader is, you really need to check out that type. It's actually really fun. Let's do Theme. So go ahead and send me a battle request for Theme. And again, if you beat me, you get a copy of the Leafeon GX deck. If you lose, then I guess I get to fart on your head. Yeah, that's it. Next I know it's Rapid Strike, Hidden Fate, Crouching Tiger. You know why that tiger's crouching, right? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, why else would it be crouching? What's that tiger doing over there? He's doing his business. Leave him alone. Oh, he's doing his business. Let's go bother him. No, you can't bother him. Never bother a tiger when they're doing their business. Let's see. I'm going to go with my good old trusty Darmanitan deck. All right, here we go. What you using here? Oh, you're using Zacian. Okay. Should be an interesting matchup. Oh, you're starting out. Okay. Ooh, this is an interesting start. This is a very interesting start. Only play the video game, so you're also V clueless. Really? That's all you had? Ouch. That's not much, huh? Okay. We're gonna do this. Let's see what we got here. I'm actually getting energies. Let's go over here. It looks like poor Buzzwole got bricked pretty hard there. Man, I really should go get something to drink. My throat is getting dry. Does Dre play TCG? As far as I know, he played Duel Links for a long time. I don't know if... I doubt he plays Pokemon. I don't think he does. Because Pokemon's not really something that you want to play on your phone, because on the phone it's so tiny. But you can play like on a tablet and it's fine. But I know he played Duel Links for a long time. And I know Duel Links is getting ready to do, what is it, the Arc 5 stuff? So that's going to be interesting. So when the Arc 5 stuff comes out, I'm probably going to jump back in for a little bit just to see how it plays. And then see what the deal is. Darn, I probably should have held that. Oh well. That's fine. We'll go there. But the only thing I don't like about Duel Links is that the matches are... The matches tend to be either really short or really annoying. So I'm just not a huge fan of it. Like old school Yu-Gi-Oh, I love it. I love old school Yu-Gi-Oh, even with a lot of the newer stuff. And I really wish that they would make a mobile game based on old school Yu-Gi-Oh. Like that game that they made, Yu-Gi-Oh! Link Evolution. Great game. The game is wonderful. The downside, they didn't update it. They just refused to update it. So it's like, what? What are you doing? Why won't you update it? Real pain in the butt that they don't update it, because it is a good game. Let's see what we got. Darmanitan, Wishy-Washy. We're gonna grab Darumaka. Goat format. I love the old school format. It's fun. It really is. It's a fun game. Even with all the linking and stuff, it can be a little confusing for newer players, but it's still really, really fun. Yeah, my poor little Pelipper's gonna go away here, but at least he did his job. How you even know this guy if he's from Texas? I think he just sort of, like, kind of came across some of my videos. Like, I know JP likes watching a lot of my opening videos that I do, because I open a lot of product. And whenever I open product, I generally make a video of it. I think that's how he kind of discovered me, I think. Either that or it was probably from when I was playing Duel Links too, because I used to stream Duel Links also. In fact, Duel Links was actually much more popular than Pokemon is, as far as my audience. When I was streaming Duel Links, I would get audience of like 30, 40 people. It was great. Here, I think the most people I've gotten for Pokemon is like 20. Smaller audience, but, you know. At least it feels a little fresher to me. The game itself, not, you know. If you like old Yu-Gi-Oh, you know I have a card store. Wow, that was a little surprising. I thought for certain my Pelipper was going to go away. I'm just going to keep popping as much as I can then with it. Alright, now we got our Kangaskhan all pumped up. Ooh, that's a great pull right now. Let me see what I draw, though. You're hoping for one energy at this point. You're like, wow, you're really struggling for it, huh? Wow, this is such a great play. Look at this. I got a great draw, and now I get to do a Professor's and dump one. That is amazing. Oh my god, and then I drew this. Yeah, pretty much everything is going right for me here. And unfortunately, my opponent is really struggling with energy right now. Not what I really needed there. Yeah, they're trying to save their Unpheasant. Yeah, they want to get at least a couple of energies going here, and they just can't draw it. And the thing about this Zacian deck, if I'm not mistaken, that thing has like 20 energies in it. Can you battle after? We'll see. Right now, we're doing Beat the Streamer stuff, so... How you even say your name? Emmet Shalom. Let's see. Don't want to do that. Well, that thing's going to survive regardless. Yeah, let's do it. Let's just keep the Pelipper going. I'm getting way more mileage out of this Pelipper than I thought I would. You're from Israel? I was about to say, that sounds like a Jewish name. I meant Shalom. Yeah, it sounds Hebrew. Yeah, JP's actual name is Jersey Pickle. He's like, what? Yes, your name is Jersey Pickle. Okay, now my hand's getting a little crazy. Jersey Pickle. It could be something else. JP could stand for Japanese pirate. There you go. You're like, I gotta get this darn bird going. Let me see. Weakness to electric. Ugh. Okay, we'll throw our Kangaskhan out there. Wow, I actually got it. That rally back. Oh no, dude, you used his real name. Is that his real name? Nah, don't be giving his real name unless he wants to. And you spelt it wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that name. It's just, you know, some people like the anonymity of the internet. I still prefer Japanese pirate. I'm sorry. Japanese pirate. Let's see. What does this guy got? I'll put you here. We'll do some Great Ball. Guess we're doing you. Jurassic Pork. There you go. His name is Jurassic Pork. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be that funny. That's your name, Jurassic Pork. Hey man, bacon's delicious. Most parts of the pig are pretty delicious, actually. Pig, I mean, as far as meats go, pig is right up there with cow, man. It really is. Goodbye, bear. You did your job. That's why I wanted to bring my fire bro back. Because I gotta bring him out here now. I think we're done here though. Yes. Do all the damage. Ever play Minion Masters? Can't say that I have. Yeah, no, actually never heard of Minion Masters. Is that like a mobile game? I don't play a lot of mobile games. The only mobile game that I really play, I guess, is Genshin Impact. And that's because I play it on PC. I don't actually play it on my device or anything like on my tablet. It's free and super fun. Are you selling that game to me? Thank you for the match, Buzzwool. I have to admit, though, the reason I won that match is because you were struggling so hard to get energy right there at the beginning. Yeah, I noticed that right away. I was like, man, you were just... There were like 4 turns there where you didn't get any energy. I was like, ouch. That's gonna... When you get that far behind on energy, it's really hard to come back. I knew you were saving your unpheasant for that, too. That's why you didn't put it out there earlier. I was like, you really just want to get a couple of Pokemon a little pumped up there. But Mr. Shalom from Israel, if you want to try to get a match in here in a little bit, go ahead and add me here in the game. My in-game name is the same as the channel name. It's just a really fun game. It's online. It's not mobile. Okay, aren't they the same? What Minion? I'm actually gonna look that up while I'm waiting for Shalom to send me a request here. I'm gonna look that up here. Minion Masters. I swear, if y'all are trolling me. Okay. Oh, this looks like a MOBA. Easy to learn, hard to master. Oh, it's a strategy brawler, it says. Oh, this game just came out, too. Well, no, it didn't. Okay. Oh, the latest update was this past. Okay. So this has been around for a little bit. Massive new expansion. Ooh, gosh. The content for the game is expensive. Yeah, $15 a pop. Some of them are 20. Yeah, all masters upgrade, premium upgrade. Well, I mean, it's a free-to-play, so I guess that makes sense. Looks interesting, I guess. You don't like to spend money? I don't mind spending money on a game that I enjoy. I really don't. Like, even after subscription games kind of went out of favor, and I was still playing World of Warcraft, people were like, why do you still pay for that? I'm like, because I enjoy it. Why don't you just play free-to-play game? Because I can tell you right now, there is no free-to-play game out there right now that even comes close to the amount of content you get with a game like World of Warcraft. There just isn't. That's why I think the subscription service still works for World of Warcraft, because especially if you're a new player, there is so much stuff you can do in that game. It is insane. Because, I mean, the game's how many years old now at this point? 16 years old? There's so much stuff you can do in that game. And a lot of times you don't pay $15 a month. You can pay less. If you pay, like, I think it's 3 or 6 months in advance, you get it for, like, $12 or something. What's this? Oh, well, I guess we're playing theme format. Okay. I haven't even put the prize out there yet, but okay. Let's play with... Jeez, what deck do I want to use? I don't really want to use Torrential Cannon. I'm very tempted to use the Darmanitan again. I think I will. I actually like that deck. That deck is actually really good. That's a good deck, too. I try to stay away from that deck, though, because that one and the 2 Charizard decks tend to be the best ones. But I actually think this Darmanitan deck's pretty decent. Pretty good. Because it matches up well against both metal and fire. Really? No basics? Don't spend any in-game currency. Yeah. Blink. Okay, thankfully I only had to do 1 mulligan. This is not nearly as good a start as my last game. In my last game, I started really well. This one, not so much. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not good either. I've got... Oh, wow. Okay. My opponent bricked a bit, too. All right, let's see what we can do here. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, this is not a good start. Not a good start at all. Play on your team first because he has Colossus. Cynthia. Well, that's a good reset right there for you. There you go. Now you got all the Pokemon you needed. And then you get your free Grimer attack. Well, I don't even know if it's really an attack, but, you know. Yeah, you get your free collect. I'm very tempted to do this. I probably should. My only thing is that I don't have many copies of this. I guess we're gonna do it. Yeah, I kind of figured that was gonna happen. There it is. There's the Duramaka. Alright, bucket. I was hoping to get the bear. That's why I did that. I was like, if I could get the bear, then this would be a little bit better. Bug catcher. Oh, look at that. You're already going to get your Dragonite. You're getting close. Come on, somebody give me the bear, please. Oh, look at that. Thank you. Which of these do I want to play? I don't want to play this one. I guess we'll do this. Because we need to get some stuff going here. We get a Wingull. And... oh, I just saw that I had another Wishy-Washy. Okay. Darn. That's fine. We'll hit you with the Slash. Now you gotta bring this guy out. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in a match right now, so I'm kind of like I'm kind of trying to keep focus on the match. I do glance back at chat though, but yeah. Look at that. They already got their Dragonite out. I wouldn't feel so bad if I already had one of my Darmanitans out, but yeah, he got thrown away. Ooh, Pidgeotto. He's gonna go do his airmail now. I'm so tempted to do this again. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that thing. Yeah, my bear's gonna pop himself. But he'll survive at least one more turn. Oh, are you kidding me? Stop giving me this! You're not making this easy for me. Oh, and you're getting all the stuff you need. Look at that. You got your Cynthia at a great time, you got your Pidgeotto at a great time, and now you got your Tate and Liza at a good time. Yeah, my timing's not so great right now. He's getting a lot of good stuff right now. You gotta get out and start work on the house. Thanks for coming by, Jersey Pickle. Oh, I'm sorry, Japanese pirate. My poor little wishy-washy. Wow, I am getting just junk right now. I have to do this now because my hand is just so awful. Yeah, I'm gonna end up beating myself here because I just couldn't get what I needed. Yeah, I'm ahead right now, but I'm actually in trouble. Yeah, because this is Thunderous is gonna do some good damage. Yeah, I'm a little too far behind now. I'm gonna probably end up losing this one. I was hoping to get Pelipper going here, but it's a little too late for him. Hey, Divine. Wow, this is weird now. Look at my hand. My hand is just nuts right now. Did I redeem the gold ball? Yes, I did. Yeah, the golden quick ball. Yeah, we shared the code here earlier. In fact, I can share it again. Hey, it's Aaron. There you are. Only been streaming for 2 hours. Aaron, did you get your gold quick ball? Here, I'll share the code again just in case some other new people have come in. Redeem that code, and that will give you a secret rare gold quick ball. All right, Pelipper, get in there. Yes, gold quick ball. Gonna have to do this. Really? I'm not gonna get this coin flip either. I never do. I think I've gotten that Turbo Patch coin flip once. And it was a little earlier today. Yeah, this is not looking good. Okay. That's all I got. I gotta hand it to Pokemon Company. They do occasionally give really great codes. The last two codes have been amazing. The gold quick ball, and then the one before this one was Marnie, the full art Marnie. Yeah, I've lost. I'm too far behind. And I'm not going to have enough energy either. It's really all I can do. The Dragonite's going to hurt. Bear showed up too late. I do wish this deck had an escape rope. Escape rope would be really nice. Of course, now you show up. I don't even think I have any more energies left in my deck. Oh wait, okay, I have 3. I have almost nothing left. Yeah, I burned through my energy so quickly. That's the downside about playing Professor, is I dumped like 4 or 5 energy with Professor, so that hurts now. Goodbye, Kangaskhan. You were a good whatever you are. What is Kangaskhan? Is Kangaskhan like a dino or something? It looks like a dinosaur. Or some kind of lizard, I don't know. It's weird. I have lost! Goodbye, Kangaskhan. And every time somebody says GG, I always imagine they're saying giggity goo. Whose team do you want to... I never said I was going to play Minion whatever. Y'all are weird. Yeah, I'm not going to just stop playing Pokemon and play that game. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't do it, man. Maybe it's some other stream, but yeah, this is a Pokemon stream. Even though we talk about pickles here. But, Shalom, do you, I didn't name a prize, but I guess you won fair and square, so, you want some Vivid Voltage packs? We'll get you a couple of Vivid Voltage packs if you want, Shalom, for winning the match. So yeah, if you want, go ahead and initiate a trade with me, and we'll get you 3 Vivid Voltage packs, since you won that last match. So yeah, go ahead and initiate the trade, and the card that you throw in to make the trade go through, it can be anything. It can be like an energy or something. Just like a throwaway card. Yeah, I can't just stop doing what I'm doing right now and go to it. Yeah, I can't do that. Sorry. It's not, I mean, because I looked at it, and it's not really the style of game that I'm into. It just isn't. Sorry. Yeah, any game that is on a smaller scale like that's I mean, you can play it on PC, but it feels more like a mobile game. I don't generally get into those types of games. I just don't. Yeah, any kind of game that I play, it's either a card game like this, or it's an open world game, like a Fallout 4 or a GTA 5, stuff like that. Yeah, those games I love, but the mobile style games where they have like timers and that kind of stuff, I just yeah, what is this? Buzzwool. What are you asking for, Buzzwool? Yeah, any of those smaller mobile games, I just don't really like them. Let's see, what you looking for? A Toxtricity, a Graplock, a Delmise, a Swoobat. What is all this? Electabuzz. I have too many of those. More Blastoise, Sandaconda, Electivire. Yeah, I guess this is fine. Let me see, that will leave me at 5. Okay, that's fine. They ruined it after New Vegas. Fallout 4 was fine. I thought it was fine. In fact, I had never played Fallout before Fallout 4. I had never played it. And I thought it was fine. I thought Fallout 4 was good. The story was decent enough, The gameplay was fun enough. I mean, it was just, it's, I mean, I understand people are real hardcore about New Vegas, because New Vegas was a good game. It really was. I played that too. I just, like I said, my first exposure to the Fallout series was Fallout 4, and I enjoyed it. In fact, I enjoyed it so much, a lot of my videos from several years ago are about Fallout. Like for a while, that was my thing. I started doing Fallout 4 videos for various add-ons and stuff like that. There are no items of this type. Did I not mark it? I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I marked it. Hold on. No. Stop. Yeah, it's marked. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not letting you trade that. Here, I can try to initiate with you. Hold on. Yeah, just make sure, Shalom, just make sure you went, No, I don't need the wanted tag. You can just throw it in. Yeah, take your filters off, turn the filters off when you're doing the trade, and it'll let you just throw in any card. Oh, he said he found the channel because of Fallout? Well, there you go. Yeah, a lot of my old Fallout videos still get lots of views. Even some of the ones that are like 4 or 5 years old, they still get a lot of views. In fact, one of my most popular videos, I think, is from the what is it? The scrap anything mod or scrap everything mod. I've gotten that video has gotten just thousands and thousands of views, and it still gets views to this day. Because the great thing about that particular mod is it's kind of timeless. Because anybody that comes in, like say for instance someone just discovered Fallout 4 today, they could still use that mod. You're giving me a little Diglett. Well, you don't have to give me a Athletic Shift, but that's cool. Thank you. There you go. Get your... let me mark that, and there we go. Alright, there's your 3 packs. Enjoy. If you pull anything good, let us know. Why not Minion Masters? It's better than Pokemon and Fallout combined. Like I said, it's just not the type of game that I like. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It could be a great game. It's just not the type of game that I like. It's just not. Yeah, Dre was here earlier, Aaron, and then he had to take off for a little bit. But that's just a lie. Shut up. Y'all want some more codes? Let's do some codes. Everybody's freaking out. We'll do a few more codes here. Let's see what we got. There we go. We'll get some more of these mystery codes going. Sudo Voodoo. Come on, gotta give us something different here. This particular part of the list of codes that I have has been pretty boring. Nothing really amazing. Typhlosion. Yeah, I got so used to occasionally getting a deck here and there from these lists, and now I've not gotten a deck in a long time. Grookey. I think Jamichael and Davis are having an argument. I think they're just messing with each other, but it's still kind of weird. Stakataka. Really, another Grookey? See, this is what I mean by it's a little boring. We're getting a lot of duplication, and I was hoping this set of codes would be better, but Salamence. Yeah, these are a little boring. I guess if you don't have the cards, it's fine. But pretty much all of this stuff that I'm seeing here is stuff I've already, Here, I have an idea. Let's do, where's my other list at? Oh, not that. There we are. Let's do some Champions Path packs. These are going to come in code format, so we'll do a couple of these. Let me clear this out. And the next couple are going to be Champions Path. If you've already gotten codes, please leave these for other people. But there you go. There's the Champions Path. And we'll do one more of these. I'm serious. I think I'm very seriously thinking that Jamichael and Davis are the people who designed Minion Masters, and they're just really trying really hard to sell that game. Go try Minion Masters. It's amazing. It's the greatest game you can play. It's kind this seriously. This reminds me of that South Park episode where a company, I think it was Canada, paid off Jimmy Balmer to go around telling people about that Canadian freemium game. I don't know if you remember that episode. It's from a few years back. But yeah, there's an episode where Jimmy goes around just telling people, hey, you got a minute? There's this great new game you should try. And it's basically this freemium game. It's free to download, but then you have to pay, obviously, for certain things. And he just keeps telling everybody about it. And finally, they track Jimmy down, and they're like, why are you doing this? Why do you keep telling people about this? Because people eventually go and they download the game, and then since they're young and they're kids and some of them don't understand how money is, they end up spending, hundreds of dollars on this game, and their parents get angry. And so they track Jimmy down because he's the one pushing it. And he's like, what do you mean? I just really like the game. And they're like, no, you're not. Somebody paid you. And he's like, fine, they paid me. Who paid you? Canada. Seriously. I thought it was hilarious, but it's also kind of weird. But yeah, they were that episode was great. Because that's the trap with freemium games. It's they really nailed it too, because there's so many games out there that they're mobile games and they're free, and the game isn't really that great. It's kind of like but they keep, every time you earn something like a level or a piece of armor or something, they're like, you're great, you're doing fabulous. Why not buy a pack of coins for some reason, That was a spot-on impression. My Jimmy Balmer's not very good. I don't think it is. I think if I had time to practice it, it'd be better. You're taking care of your Yorkie. He fell down the heat vent into the basement and broke his... Ouch! Vet bill was $700. Oh, that stinks. That happened to... my ex-wife's grandfather, something similar, where I don't know exactly what happened. Something spooked him because he had a dog, and he loved this little dog. Like, that was his only companion. Poor guy. He was like in his 80s. His wife had died years ago. He lived alone, So it was just him and this dog. And something spooked the dog, and the dog freaked out and ran behind the stove and caught himself on something and cut his leg open badly. And I remember my ex-wife was telling me about it. She's like, yeah, my grandfather just called me and he's freaking out. I gotta go over there right now. I was like, oh, okay, well, let me know what happened. So she goes over there, and then she calls me later from the vet's office, and she's like, you're not gonna believe what happened. And she tells me that the dog ran behind the stove and cut himself. The cut was so bad, they ended up having to amputate the poor dog's leg. It was one of his back legs, one of his hind legs. And her grandfather, poor man, he was so distraught. He was so upset because he was like, because when my ex got there, oops, hit my mic. When my ex got there, apparently there was blood all over the floor. I was like, oh my gosh. And she doesn't have the stomach for that sort of thing. So it must have been really hard for her. So yeah, the dog. Thankfully, the dog was okay, as okay as you can be after losing a leg. But yeah, that was pretty insane. You forgot the heat vent was open. Why would you even want the heat vent open? It's summer. Is that to vent out heat, or what's the deal there? I don't understand. Shut up, Michael. Well, you're nursing your dog. You should go check out Minion Masters. It's a really great game. That's terrible. That's so bad. Oh, it's a metal cover that you never put back on. Oh. Wow, apparently the last boxes that I have here are all Vivid Voltage. You need a teammate because you hate playing by yourself? Yeah. Some games are good for teammates. Others, not so much. I actually prefer a game like Fallout 4 because it is a single-player game. Because sometimes I just get into doing a certain activity, and if I get into that activity, I will do it for like 2 hours. And if you have a teammate, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, teammate, you wait here while I go do this for 2 hours. Did you get married younger? I actually was pretty young when I got married. I actually was. Wasn't super young. I wasn't like a teenager or anything, but I was pretty young. Sorry, I'm stretching and yawning. But I definitely got married younger than I should have. How do I have so many codes? I get them in bulk. I purchase them in bulk. Like all the codes that I give out, like some of these, like these Champions Path codes and this Trainer Box code, these particular ones were actually given to me by one of our mods. He's not here right now. I don't see him. But his name is MC Hammer. No joke. That's his on-screen name. And he sent me like a whole bunch of codes for various stuff. Like he sent me, I think like 30 Champions Path codes. He sent me like 20 or 25 various Elite Trainer Box codes, but I've already gone through them all. What else did he send? He sent over some other stuff. He sent over a few decks. Just all kinds of stuff. Like occasionally he'll just hit me up. He'll be like, dude, here's like 50 codes of various stuff. Like a lot of the stuff that I got here from, like, let's see here. What has he given me recently here that I still have? Like at least half of these Vivid Voltage packs were from him. I just got another 30, but the ones that I had in here previously, those were from him. These Champions Path packs are from him. I'm pretty sure he gave me a couple of these Gyarados GX decks. He gave me this Necrozma deck. This one and this one I bought myself. Same thing with these two. I bought these myself too. And then I think he also gave me 5 evolutions, and then somebody today traded me the additional 10 evolutions packs. But yeah, he's given us a bunch of stuff. And pretty much all the stuff he gives me, I do end up eventually giving it away, unless he says specifically, hey, I want you to keep this. But yeah, whenever people trade me, bulk packs and stuff like that, I generally hold on to them, and then I just kind of dish them out over time and just use them as like prizes and stuff like that. Like one prize, like this I've had forever, this Charizard theme deck, because I already own it. But did somebody give me this one? I can't remember. I think somebody gave me this one. And again, since I already have it, it's kind of pointless to claim it again. But it's not the same value as, say, a deck like this. Because these decks, this Raichu GX deck, it's got good stuff in it. But you can literally get this for like 10 cents. They're really, really cheap. In fact, this Raichu deck and this Gyarados deck, I generally just give those away. Like, you don't even have to play me or anything. Like, if you're a new player and you're just starting out in Pokemon, I will literally give you this deck and this deck. You can just have them. Because they're so cheap. But they have good stuff in them. But stuff like this theme deck, this is a little more expensive. If I'm not mistaken, this theme deck code is like $4 or so. It's something like that. Let me check. I can look right now. Let's see. Potown Store. Let's see. Charizard. Oh, it's $5 right now. $4.90 for that particular code. So it does have a bit more value. That's why I'm holding on to that one, because I'm not really sure how I want to give it away. Because it's, like I said, it's definitely worth more than some of these other ones. Like, that's 10 cents. This is 10 cents. These are a little more expensive. The Leafian ones and the Sylveon ones, these are about $1 each. So they're a little more expensive. Same thing with the Ho-Oh and the Glaceon. They're about $1 each. So that's why I put those as, like, if you beat me, you get it prize, you know? But I really don't know how I want to do the Charizard deck. Doesn't play. He's really trying to recruit from that game. But I know Shalom was asking earlier, how do you have so many codes? In case you're wondering, there is a website that I go to. Here, I'll actually share it with you. There we go. It's in the chat. It's potownstore.com. I'm not associated with that store in any way. That's just where I get all my codes from. That's where I generally get my codes. There are a couple of other websites that you can go to, but I've purchased from them a lot. Like a lot. And I've only ever had one time where I had a problem, and I contacted them and they took care of it. So they're good. They're totally legit. But you can go there and they sell all sorts of codes for Pokemon. They've got for booster packs, for individual cards, for promo cards, pre-built decks, that kind of stuff. So yeah, they've got all kinds of stuff on there. Some stuff is a little more expensive than others, but, you know, all depends what you want, really. Like Battle Styles packs right now are 19 cents. That's actually really cheap. Same thing with Vivid Voltage. Vivid Voltage is 14 cents a pack right now. Shining Fates is 20 cents, which is actually not terrible. Champion's Path is 14 cents. Wow, Darkness Ablaze is 21 cents. That thing got cheap. Yeah, for a long time, Darkness Ablaze was like 45 cents. But now they're really cheap. Sword and Shield base set is 65 cents. That one's always been a little more expensive. So, yeah. Let me see what other ones do they have here. Rebel Clash. Oh, yeah, they have the Trainer's Toolkits. They've got the one with the Den. And then they also have the new one out there with Crobat. Oh, they're actually sold out of the Crobat one. I have that new Trainer's kit with Crobat V coming today. Like the physical version of it. I have that coming today. It should arrive here hopefully anytime now. But yeah, all kinds of stuff there. Of course, they have some really expensive codes, but, you know, you generally want to stay away from the really expensive ones unless it's a card you really, really want. Let me see what else they got. Oh, Hidden Fates is only 13 cents. That's actually not bad. That's not bad at all. Celestial Storm. Burning Shadows. And it's not a great set. Yeah, the Raichu and the Gyarados decks are still a dime each. The Charizard one that I have right here. This one's 25 cents. Which, a little more expensive, but it's still a good deck. It still has good stuff in it. Let me see. They do have some other ones, like they have the Vaporeon decks. Very similar to these decks here. They have like Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon, but those are much more expensive. The Jolteon one is $2.50, and the Vaporeon and Flareon ones are $3.90 each. So that's why I stay away from this, because it's a little too expensive. I don't make very much money from these streams, so that's why I have to stay a little on the cheaper side. But most people are just like, I'm just happy to get something, so that's nice. Oh wow, they actually have mystery codes in stock there too. Yeah, the reason why I'm kind of surprised is because generally when they get mystery codes, they sell out really fast. But they actually have some right now. Yes, Mr. Pepsi, we've shared that. But thank you for sharing it again, sir. Yeah, make sure you go get your free copy of Quick Ball. I got mine! Yay! One whole copy. That's still better than nothing. It's still a nice looking card. Alright, I guess we'll do one more match. And then I guess we can call it... Well, actually, the weird thing is as the longer we're going here, the more viewers we're getting, which I guess is kind of normal. So yeah, if you've not played me today, we'll go ahead and do a Beat the Streamer match here. Let me check what we want to do for a prize. Hold on. Don't send the request yet. Let's see. We've already done Vivid Voltage. Let's see. I did put up a Leafian deck, but the person who played me did not win. How about evolutions? Y'all want to do evolutions? Most people don't really like evolutions, but it's there. That's weird. Is there any other decent codes that you missed? I just put a bunch of codes out there, but the quick ball code is the big one right now that everybody should be able to get. So yeah, make sure you get that quick ball. All right, so for the next match, we are going to do a gym leader match. If you're not familiar with gym leader, then obviously don't send a request for this one. But gym leader, if you've not heard of it, it's a newer format. It's not officially in the game, but it's somebody kind of made it up. But it's actually pretty fun. Just to kind of give you an idea of what a gym trainer deck looks like, let me pull up one of mine. Let's see, where is one of the ones that I built? If I can find it here. Here we go. This deck is not very good. I built this deck in like 30 minutes, but this is just kind of gives you an idea of what the format's like. Essentially, Gym Leader is you can only choose one type. Meaning, like, if you choose fire, you can only have fire Pokemon. If you choose colorless, you can only have colorless Pokemon. You know, pretty much with any of the types. And you can only have one copy of each Pokemon in your deck. Like, if you have, like, in this case, if you have a Pidove, you can only have one copy. If you have, you know, a Snorlax, you can only have one copy. Not only that, but you cannot use any Pokemon that have a rule box. Meaning you cannot use any Vs, you cannot use VMAX, you cannot use EX, you cannot use GX. You can't use those old fossil cards that they used to have. You can't use any of those. Some people think that sounds boring, but it's actually, the format, the way it's built is actually pretty fun. So yeah, you can't use any of those overpowered cards. You can use Stage 1 and Stage 2s, that's fine. But again, same thing, you can only do one copy of each in your deck. Same thing with trainer cards. You can only use one copy of each trainer card. So only one Nest Ball, only one Pokegear so far. You can use certain cards like Boss's Order, but you can only use one copy of certain cards like Boss's Order and Lysandra. That, think of it this way. Boss's Order and Lysandra have essentially the exact same ability. It's to switch out a Pokemon. Since they have pretty much the exact same text, you can only use one copy of one or the other. So you can only use either one Boss's Order or one Lysandra. You can't use one of each. Same thing with cards like Professor Juniper, Professor's Research, and Professor Sycamore. Because they all have the same text. So you can only use one copy of each. But the cool thing is because of that, you're forced to use other supporter cards that you may not necessarily use all the time. In this case, I put in Avery, and she's actually, or he, I'm sorry, it's a guy. Somebody corrected me. It's a guy. He is actually pretty handy in this format. He's really good in this format. Cynthia's really good in this format. Another one that's really good in this format, strangely enough, is Ball Guy. Ball Guy is actually really good. Because I think I run, what, 5? I think I run 5 balls in this one. 4 or 5 balls. Let's see. 1 timer ball, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I run 5 balls in here. That sounds terrible. But yeah, it's actually pretty neat. You can only run one copy of each. But other good cards that come in here are like Super Rod, Ordinary Rod. You know, there's some good stuff in here. Let me see what else is there. And then as far as basic energies, you can use as many copies of any basic energy as you want. So in this case, since it's colorless, I just kind of put like a random ones. And as far as special energies, you can only run one copy of each special energy, up to as, you know, any number of other special energies that you like. So in this case, I have just one copy of double colorless, one copy of draw energy, one copy of powerful energy, and so on. So you can only do one copy of that. And also, the card pool available to you is from black and white base set all the way up to current. That's it. So anything older than black and white base set, you cannot use. And part of the reason why my gym leader decks are not very good is because I don't have a lot of older cards. Like comparatively, I have almost no black and white cards. So, yeah, I have a very limited card pool. I do have some XY stuff. I do have some Sun and Moon stuff. But black and white, I have very little black and white stuff. And there are some pretty nifty black and white cards that can actually do really well. The same thing with some of the XY stuff. XY's, but black and white tends to be where a lot of the better gym leader stuff is, as far as the older cards go. So yeah, that's kind of how it works. It's very, very odd sort of format here. In fact, I have the list here, or yeah, the instructions. I can kind of put them up here if I can find it. What did I do with them? Where are you? Come on, load. There we go. There we go. You'll be back when you're done. You'll be done when you're back? Okay, here. I'll put this up here real quick. I'm trying to make the text as big as possible. There we go. In case y'all want to take a quick look at it. Let me restart my music here. There we go. Yes, listen. But yeah, that's basically what the rules are there. And again, you can take a quick glance at them, or if you want, you can just go to the Discord. They are listed in the Discord as well. Let me see. Did I put these back up here? Or I'll put them in here again. Just in case anybody wants to go and actually look on the Discord instead of just staring at the screen. Let's see, where are you? Come on. There you are. Okay, I posted them in Discord again. In the Pokemon channel. So there we go. That's for Gym Leader. So, yeah, most of you are not going to have a pre-built Gym Leader deck. I only have 2, and one of them is really bad. So, the other one I have is actually not terrible. But again, I'm very limited because of the limited number of older cards that I have. In fact, all of the Pokemon points that I've been getting, I've been buying the older packs. Just simply so I can start really kind of putting together expanded decks and that kind of stuff. Because again, I just don't have very many. Like, I have, most of the stuff that I have is all Sword and Shield. I do have some Sun and Moon stuff. A pretty decent assortment, but not a ton. I do have some XY stuff, but most of the XY stuff I have is like from Evolutions or from Steam Siege. I do have some Breakpoint stuff, but not a ton. I have almost nothing from XY base. But then, of course, you've got Black and White, and there's some pretty decent stuff here. I've opened a few Black and White packs, but not a ton. I've opened some Boundaries Crossed. I've opened some Legendary Treasures. Let me see. Oh, these are the older ones. Okay, yeah. Merging Powers. I haven't opened any of these. I opened, I think, like one Black and White base set. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I've opened. I've not opened this one or this one or this one. Yeah, tons of stuff I've not messed with in Black and White. But if you all feel like it, go ahead and build a Gym Leader deck. Or if you already have one, let me know, and we'll get a match going for that. And the way, in case you're wondering, the best way to build it I've found is... well, hold on. Dang it, Phoenix! I'll get you in a second, Phoenix. Hold on, 1 second. But the best way to build it is when you go to your deck manager and you choose to create a new deck, just choose unlimited so that you're not having to worry about certain cards being banned or whatnot. So even though it's probably going to end up looking like an expanded deck, just use unlimited just to make it easier. So yeah. Because both of my decks, if I'm not mistaken, they come out as expanded. But Phoenix, go ahead and send it again. And if you win, we'll get you a Battle Styles pack. How about that? So yeah, go ahead and send the Gym Leader Challenge, Phoenix, and if you win, we'll get you a Battle Styles pack. But if you lose, well, then you have to, lower your head down and, get ready because... Okay, yeah, seriously, Phoenix, you're all good. Go ahead and send it now, whenever you're ready. Sorry, it's just I was in the middle of explaining something when you sent that request. And I was like, no, I don't want to send it now. No way, man. There he goes. Okay, so again, I only have two, and I'm gonna choose the better one. And even my better one isn't great, but it's, well, better. Let's see. I believe it was a water deck. Let's see if I can find it. It should be, there it is. Okay, here we go. We both have the same deck box running. But we're not doing expanded, Shalom. We're doing gym leader. So it's not exactly the same. Well, this is an interesting start. Not the best start, but a start nonetheless. Again, I've got the bad matchup. What is up with me and getting bad type matchups today? This is the second time I've played a water deck and I end up going against electric. Or lightning, however you want to say it. Do call for family. That's what I would do. And I think that's what he's doing. He's doing call for family. Just so he can thin that deck out. The only good thing about me possibly losing either of my little guys out here quickly is that I have this in my hand. This is another one of those really good supporter cards that works pretty well in this format. Come on, man. What are you doing? Choose. You're like, I gotta be sure which one I want. Yeah, my hand is terrible right now. My hand is really bad. Yeah, my hand is horrible right now. That's how bad it is. I just had to end my turn. It can, because Call for Family, it lets you pick two, I think it's, what is it, two basics to put on your bench? I think that's how it works. Let's see. Yeah, two basic Pokemon and put them onto your bench. So yeah, you generally want to pick ones that you know you can probably, especially in this format, you want to pick ones you know that you can get ranked up. This one doesn't need to rank up, but this Pikachu does. Probably got his Raichu in there. Yeah, my hand is bad. Generally, this deck has pretty decent draw power, too, so I'm actually a little surprised that I'm just not getting... The only draw power that I have right now is this. And I can't use it. Poor little guy's gonna get popped over and over. Like, I might as well use it. Here, I'm gonna force you to do that. I think the mailman's here. I hear somebody stomping up my stairs. And they're angry at me today because of what I'm having them deliver. Come on, give me something here that I can use. I'm pretty sure they already have an energy, but I'm okay because I have this. So that's why I'm not terribly worried. I'll hit you for 100 there. Or 80. No, my poor Mantine. I'm gonna have to put in my Articuno here. The good thing is that I'm gonna get to play this. That'll actually help quite a bit. Goodbye, little buddy. Oh, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and play this. Grab you. And we're done. It's about time, Serenity. You're only 3 hours late. Did you get your quick ball? I put the code in the please put in War Turtle. Dun, dun, dun. You're like, dang it! Wasting my boss. Alright, we're taking a chance here. Actually, we're not taking much of a chance, but put you there. I could do just that. Yeah, we're taking a chance. I gotta get something going here. Come on, please give me one. No, are you kidding me? Oh, come on. Really? None? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's so stupid. No. Okay, well, we have to put Manaphy in there now. Dang it. I was like, how could I not? I've got like 14 more energies in there. I couldn't get one. Well, we're done. You just got it? Okay. Yeah, everybody's grabbing their quick balls. I'm sorry, that was terrible. Everybody's grabbing their quick balls. Watch, I'm gonna get like 3 energies now. Watch it, I'm gonna get like 3 energies from this. Well, there's 1. Okay, that's fine. That works. Here, we'll put you over there. Alright, let's see. What can we do here? Do I want to do this or this? I don't want to refresh his hand, though. Let's just do this. I just need 2 extra cards. That actually worked. Wow, that was amazing. Doink. At least I got 1 card from him. Super Rod. Another good card for this format. The interesting thing is I have found that I end up doing this a lot. If you'll notice what my hand looks like, I end up doing that to myself a lot. Let's grab our bucket. Are you serious? That's it? Wow. Okay. Huh. That's not good. That means that they're all prized. That is really not good. I didn't throw that many away, did I? Oh my... Really? Almost all of my prize cards are energies. That is not good at all. Ugh. Well, let's... I'm gonna do this now. Timer ball. Yeah, one's good enough. Let's see, what do we got here? Okay. All I need is one. Nope, didn't get any. Yeah, he's just letting my Blastoise beat himself up, and he's going to bring this guy in and kill it. Oh, really? Okay. I'm usually able to heal my guys, but I threw away one of my healers. And I'm not getting either of my stadium cards. I'm also not getting Crushing Hammer. Bill doing his homework. So we have to ask Serenity, how's the lawn on the moving down looking? Poor Serenity. She's just like, can you stop asking about that? It's really just... Excuse me. Well, see, that's the thing. I don't generally need Guzma and Hala. I usually draw... There we go. Look at that. See? That's what I was talking about. There it is. The only bad thing is that this helps him, too. There we go. So we got that. It's not gonna work. Yeah, I didn't figure I'd get anything from Squall. Excuse me. What are you gonna throw in? I was gonna say, yeah, Zekrom is probably gonna be your best bet there. This is actually coming in handy right now. So let's see, let's do Manaphy. All our energies. Oh, well, that's all we got. Okay. There we go. Probably should have done Brock's first before I did this. Drizzle. He already used his boss too, so he knows what I'm waiting for now. Yeah, he angrily used his boss, and he's like, no, it didn't work. I still have my boss. Yeah, all healed up. Nice. We're gonna have to do this. I'll at least get the draw cards from it. Oh, that's not bad at all. Put you over there, put you over here. There. Oh, wow. Okay, that was nice. I'm actually going to only grab one. I'll put you over here. There we go. Yep, there's one of the energies I knew was in there. Oh, now you got to bring it. You don't have a choice now. Yeah, you're going to have to use it. This Pokemon is in your hand and you have at least 4 energy. Okay. Electric Swamp. Yeah, my Dreadnought is going to go away. Oh, that was surprising. Oh, I see why. Okay, never mind. I got it. I just realized that Fighting Fury Belt has to go in a basic. That's why I was like, why didn't he put it here? I was like, oh, that's right, basic. So yeah, my poor little Dreadnought's gonna go away, but he did his job. Oh, getting boss back. Okay. Okay, you go there. Yes. What do we got here? Wow, look at all those balls. No! It didn't. I could do this guy and just get them all. Sure, why not? Actually, let's do this first. So we'll thin it out. And then we're more likely to get an energy here. Let's do some Nest Ball. Put our Snom down there. Get our Level Ball. Get our Manaphy. Get our Great Ball. Ah, nothing there. It's fine. I know, I keep forgetting. And I know you traded that to me. Dre's like, look at all them balls. Wow, look at that. There we go. Let's see. Put you over here. I guess we'll put you over here. Just get them out here. Whew. That was the big boy that I was worried about. I knew, I was like, I have to get rid of that thing. Now we're in really good shape now. Still haven't won it, but we're in good shape. Meatballs and spaghetti. I actually haven't had spaghetti and meatballs in a while. It's one of my favorite dishes, but just so many carbs. My fat butt needs to lay off the carbs, man. I love bread way too much, man. I love bread way too much. with garlic bread. Ugh, that's and the thing is when I was younger, I played tennis, and I don't know if you all are familiar with the diets of tennis players, but uh, tennis players do a lot of carb loading because tennis matches can last 2-3 hours, and you're out there a long time. So I got so used to carb loading that as I got older, it was hard to start laying off the carbs because you get so spoiled with it. You get so spoiled with the fact that you can just munch spaghetti and garlic breads and stuff like that. It's really hard to go back to just an average diet after that. I was surprised you didn't use rough seas. I really was. But good game, sir. Yeah, you could have used the rough seas for your little guy, but I don't think it would have mattered. Wow. See, that's why I like that water deck much better than my colorless. This one actually is not bad. It could be better. In fact, here, let me go change out that one card that Serenity was talking about. Where's it? The Fion? Yeah, wasn't it this one that we were going to put in? Yeah, I think it was this one, the Whirlpool Seduction. So let's see. This one we're bringing out. This one we're putting in. Okay. So there we go. That's the switch we were looking to do. With that in Brooklet Hill, you can boss every turn. Wow. That's ridiculous. But of course, you have to get both of those out. And I guess if you really wanted to push that, then you could put in the Guzma and Hala, so you could go and search for your stadiums, because then it would make it much more likely. Oh, let's do a few more codes, and then I think I'm going to call it, because I've been streaming a long time already. Let's see, where are my codes at? All right, here we go. Code time. You run both anyway. Oh, look at that. It's Champion's Path pack. I just realized that was Champion's Path. Okay. Well, there you go. Champion's Path pack. Look at that. Let's do the let's go ahead and do the last trainer box code that I have, so I can just delete this document. Okay, this one is the last one. I have no idea. I think this is another Vivid Voltage. It is. Okay, yeah, last Vivid Voltage. I mean 3 minutes. More like 3 hours and 20 minutes. Alright, let's see. Plus I need to check outside. I think, like I said, I think the mailman came. So I needed to check outside. Because I'm actually really looking forward to opening Dawn's Majesty. Galarian, Mr. Rhyme. Yeah, that Dawn's Majesty box just looks really neat. I want to check it out. So I'm going to be opening lots of product here in a couple hours. Lurantis. Here, I'll do a whole bunch of codes here. Because like I said, it's not like I'm going to run out of these mystery codes here anytime soon. I've still got at least 750. And really? Another Galarian Mr. Rhyme? Salamence again. So Champion's Path, Sword and Shield, Vivid Voltage, Trainer Box, Mr. Rhyme, Lurantis, and Salamence. So we'll leave those up there for just a little bit so y'all can copy those down and get those redeemed, and then I'll throw up some more here in just a second. For those of y'all who didn't get here earlier, y'all missed it. We actually did... and it actually wasn't bad. It's pretty good. Okay, I think that's been long enough. Let's clear these. We'll do some more. We have not gotten a deck from this list of mystery codes in a long time. Gossifleur. I would say yes to a rematch, but like I said, I've been streaming for a while, so it's going to be time for me to take a break here. Aerocuda? What is that? Huh. He looks a bit weird. Okay, I wasn't familiar with what this one was. If anybody actually wants this card, I'll put one of them up for trade. What's the coin though? Oh, okay. Red Volcanion. That's fine. Okay. Turtonator. I learned that his little spikes explode like dynamite. You all taught me that last weekend. Yeah, we were discussing all the various things about Pokemon, and somebody had mentioned Turtonator. Or I think I actually brought it up, and then somebody was like, yeah, his shell explodes. And I'm like, his shell explodes? I was like, are you sure it's not like just the little spikes? And then we were able to clarify it as just the spikes. So apparently the spikes explode, the shell protects him, and then over time the spikes regenerate. They basically grow back. So there you go. That's how he works. No! Stop it! I'm just putting codes right now. Typhlosion. Another Typhlosion. We had that earlier. Yeah, I think what it was is we were talking about the differences between male and female Pokemon. How some of them, they have very, very subtle differences as far as how the male and female look, and then others have very noticeable differences. Like a subtle difference would be like Pikachu, where the only difference between the two is the male one has a very edged tail, and the female has like a little heart shape on the end of their tail. So that one's a little bit different. But one of the bigger different ones that we saw is what was it? It was the Indeedee. Yeah, the Indeedee male and the Indeedee female are very different when you really look at them, which I thought was kind of neat. Here's a Blissey. Hi, did you give the codes for TC Sword and Shield Switch? Or can you put them on stream? What are you talking about, Sword and Shield Switch? I mean, I play Sword and Shield Switch, but we're doing Pokemon TCG Online. We're not doing Sword and Shield here. We talk about it, but I'm not playing that right now. Yeah, I've not heard of that, about any kind of special code for Pokemon. That could be new, because I know that they just did some changes, some weird stuff. Duraludon. There you go. So those are some codes, guys. All of those are for you. If you can put them, yeah, if you want, sure. Thank you for the follow. It is still thundering outside. I don't even know if it's raining or not. But yeah, I know that they had announced some stuff. There was some sort of stream going or something like that. And like for TCG Online, we just got the Quick Ball code, which is nice. Cola. Oh, weird. Victory Engine 25. Oh, for the Switch game. Oh, okay. Neat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So anybody that plays the Switch game, which I actually do, Victory... Weird. Victory Energy 25. Or Victory Engine 25. There we go. It'd be really interesting if that code actually worked for online as well. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to try it. I don't think it'll work, but I'm just going to, Yeah, the golden Quick Ball. Yeah. Invalid code. No. Yeah, we figured that. Yeah, we got our quick balls earlier. And if you haven't gotten the quick ball, then yes, go put in that that code there, and you can go get your super golden special awesome quick ball, just like this. And the quick ball is definitely one of those ones you want to put in most decks. So I think I'm done, guys. I'm gonna go get some lunch, and I'm gonna go do some pack openings. I may post a video later tonight for Dawn's Majesty Yu-Gi-Oh, just in case y'all are wondering. So we'll probably do an opening for that since it's the very new set. I also, like I said, I also have the new Crobat V Trainer's Toolbox coming in. I've got some Rising Rampage from Yu-Gi-Oh, and I've also got the new D&D set for Magic the Gathering. All of those should be showing up here. So, yeah, if y'all like pack openings and stuff, check out the other videos on the channel. If you need actual physical cards, I do have a card store. I will link that in chat for you, just in case you're wondering. And I ship to everywhere in the U.S. Also ship to a lot of other overseas locations: Australia, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Japan, South Korea. There's a lot of different countries that I ship to. So even if you're not in the States, there is a good chance that I may still ship to you. We do have our Discord. Let me go ahead and link that for you guys as well, if y'all decide to join us over there. We do have a Pokemon channel there that y'all can go and discuss things in. We also have Facebook groups, Twitter, all that other good stuff, but I won't link all of it. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. It was fun. I guess I'll see you guys next time. Don't freak out. Don't miss next time, because we're going to have another. That's right. Well, anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. I will see you all next time, and until then, make sure you listen to Peter Griffin talking about Star Wars.